Yo, it's Josh and the lie, mic check on the scene. Dropping knowledge in between red and blue extremes. The woke got a sermon, the holy got a choir. We're here to light a match when the world's on fire. Caught in the crossfire, they left no escape. Both sides throwing shade like it's fashion to fake. We ain't here to preach, just clearing the static. Two voices steady, common sense automatic. We're stuck in the middle, can't take no sides. Glads and patriots, call it truth we provide. Not left, not right, just facts and stride. Josh and Allah, bringing balance worldwide. Politics these days like a funhouse mirror. Twisted reflections, nothing's getting clearer. The left chants woke, the right claims divine. We're out here searching for a straighter line. Can't sell her to the noise or the headlines flash. Both wings flapping but the birds still crash. It's a tug of war and we're stuck in the rope. But middle ground's where we're planting the hope. Plague, plague, plague. They call us crazy, say we're dreaming in vain. But we're speaking for the ones caught in the strain. From the diners to the streets, from the farms to the coast. Josh and Eli, break it down, that's the show we host. Break down, break down. Break down, that's the show we host. Break down the jam.
Hello. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it is. What's up, Eli?
Howdy ho, neighborino. Welcome back.
Heidi ho, Di Moreno, my partner in crime, my co-host in crime, the one, the only, Eli, as AI likes to say.
Yeah,
I love calling you Eli.
I'll take it. I'll be a whole lie.
Oh shit! Not just a lie. You'll be a whole man.
I'm a whole-faced lie, and I'm here to expose them to.
Is this how the show's gonna go? Wow! Already off to a fantastic start. Yes, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Say the hellos and what have you. Hellos and what have you. Welcome to Stuck in the Middle.
This is the most... all right, Inside Baseball, welcome to all of you that are joining us currently at Stuck in the Middle. I'll tell you, we had a bit of a rough one last time, but nothing will stop us no matter what. That is my word to God, hand to God. For one...
Eli's a numbers guy, and like the last episode really hurt him because it was like, what do you, like... 90%, like I don't know what the percentage is. It 90% or 10% of what it was normally? Like, what's the correct?
You're asking me to math?
Yeah, like normally it was like, you know, let's say 10,000 views, and last episode it was like 100 views, whatever that math difference is. That's what it was, and we're like, what's going on? You know?
Oh yeah, no.
But it wrecked Eli.
We got 20% basically of our reach.
I feel like that's where, like, and I don't listen. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's where a little bit of the Jew-ish comes out. Like, listen, we had about 10,000 last week. We only got 100 this week. I'm freak, you know, like your instincts kick in a little bit. You're like, we got to earn more. We got to earn more. What are we doing?
Look, I want my shekels and I want my views. And that being said, for one, God bless all of you. What's up, Chef?
Everyone just leave right now. Just leave right now. And that way we can have a repeat of last week. That way we expect nothing. Everyone just get the fuck out of here.
And cancel us right now.
Please.
By God. But in all seriousness, this one I'm looking forward to biting right in. If you haven't already seen the thumbnail and some of the, actually the entire title, Candace Owens, I feel like personally because of Candace Owens, and this is a very uncomfortable position for me to be in, and I hope those of you that are with us understand me trying to understand everything. I feel like I'm kind of fighting for my life, and I'm not trying to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying...
Easy, Ben Shapiro. Eli Shapiro.
No, because I don't think Ben Shapiro is doing us any favors. And okay. I'm even reluctant to use the term us. But with that being said, it's going to be a chunk that we're going to cover. It's unavoidable.
She just released a video yesterday, Friday, And the first 30 minutes are dedicated to her, Ben Shapiro, Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, and kind of essentially Ben Shapiro losing his proverbial shit over the fact that Tucker Carlson had Nick Fuentes on his program, and Candace kind of breaks that down. And we are usually and normally, in our opinion, fairly, or evenly critical of Candace. And in this video, there are some things Eli hasn't seen yet, but there are some things that she said where I was like, you know what? I agree with that, which is not out of the ordinary. There are things that Candace says a lot that I agree with, but lately it just seems like she's been going off the rails. So we got that whole thing coming out. It's like a half an hour whole thing right there. Then we have the Battle of the Blaccent. Hang on. Yeah.
Guys.
Wait, we need like a delay. The Battle of the Blaccent.
Yo, I got the perfect character for this, cuz we good. I got this. I'm the one that's gonna judge if who's doing the genuine black scent and who's fronting. It ain't the white looking guy. Hell no.
Right, what's up, dog? And that's me. I'm the best black scent guy.
All right, I mean, you do have the inflection there, Tyrone. Just take it down a notch.
Yeah, I got the depth, I got the depth. So we'll get to that. Gavin Newsom was on a podcast, and I guess some of his pandering came out, like Hillary and the hot sauce. And then we're going to go to Jasmine Crocket, who, in my opinion, rightfully so, can do the black scent. But it is still kind of interesting how she puts on one persona and then does another. So we'll get to that. It's like, what do white people have? Like, what are the voices do we do around other white people? Like, hey, brother, where's the mayonnaise? Like, what is our all-white voice that we do?
Ned Flanders, and also apparently Nick Fuentes.
Nick Flanders.
Wait. What do we got? What's up, Alex Marama? Can't say your name, but welcome nonetheless. Ben torched his own little pee. Well, I guess that is something we're gonna be getting into. I'm chomping at the bit to get at that too.
Yeah, he did. And like, I can't wait to get into that too, because, and I think we should. How do you feel? Should we do any of the little smaller things first? We got the little Sarah Ferguson, Kamala Harris thing. We have, I forgot what else we had. Or you just want to get right into the Candace Owens things off rip? Is that what you want to do? Is that what you want to do? You tell me. What does the crowd want? What does the crowd want us to do? You guys pick.
Our platform, this show, all right, through hell or high water, we rely on the engagement of you, the people, we, the people, regardless of where we agree and disagree. So please feel free. You can literally help shape this show. You want us to get right into the Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro
Okay, how about this? I say we're gonna get warmed up, okay, with Kamala Harris versus Sarah Ferguson real quick. Just a little teaser to get into the heaviness of it here, okay? That's what we're gonna get to real quick, okay? And then then we'll dive a little deeper, because it doesn't seem like everyone's awake yet, and we want everyone's participation when we go through this Candace video. And you asked question, you said, hey, what do people want? Crickets. It was crickets from the people, I tell you.
I don't know. I was gonna just be like, hit the one or hit the two, but okay, let's break it open.
Listen, and I don't mean crickets in a negative way. I know it's late, but what we're gonna do is stuck in the middle. It's gonna be like your shot of coffee. We're gonna try to wake you up, and you're gonna get a little rush, or go get some caffeine. Join us on this venture of late night entertainment, if you will. So here,
smoke them if you got them. Go ahead and get your brewskis, guys. We're breaking in.
We're breaking on in. It does feel kind of biased to bring up the clip in this point, but it is the first one that I stumbled across.
So be it.
Whoopsie daisy. But it is a clip from The Blaze. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm just covering for you. Oh, he's already got it. What's up, Independent Manny? Great to see you. God bless you, sweetie. I think I've already said
it's like old time.
My Illuminati, Shep, Seatbelt. We don't talk about that here. Welcome. Let's see. We're getting canceled tonight. All right. Kamala Harris, whatever.
This is Sarah Ferguson holding Kamala Harris to the question. No more trickery, no more Candace foolery, if you will. Let's put a little volume.
You mean like actually attempting to get her to answer a straight question?
Yeah.
That's not what Kamala Harris does. Didn't she get the memo?
Let's see.
Kamala will dance around it.
I don't believe it.
Dancer.
I don't believe it. I think Kamala will answer the question. Answer the question honorably.
All right, random British hosts.
Thank you.
Biden then to put it on him
I
wasn't
told you, I've already had a shot. I had 2 already. I've broken my rule of like no drinking before the show, so I'm feeling a little loose tonight, you know?
Yeah,
Feeling a
all
little
right,
loosey-goosey. So I hope everyone's joining. If you do drink, as Eli said, drink them if you got them. If you smoke, smoking if you got them. Every now and again, when you see that the screen does one of these kind of ideas, that's because, you know, your boy's off screen taking a rip real quick. So just putting that out there. We're having fun, huh?
Yeah, ripping some paper or something. I don't know what else he could be talking about. All right.
Having a rest in peace.
his refusal to recognize his own frailties the reason that you faced a nearly impossible task?
I ran against Donald Trump for president.
So you hear what she just asked. She just said, like, are you agreeing or are you in agreement that the failure on Biden to recognize his own frailties kind of cost him and you the election? You know, she's asking a specific question, right?
Can I answer it?
Yes, please.
I got the answer.
Yeah. I'd love to hear it. Eli?
Yes. By God, yes.
Oh, you think wait. You think it's that easy? You think it's just yes?
Should have been.
That's kind of, not gonna lie, it's kind of cocky of you to think it's such an easy answer.
What's up, Super Soup?
You want to hear what Kamala's response was?
Bring it on.
Okay, here it is.
Task.
I ran against Donald Trump for president. And Donald Trump ran on a platform that was in large part, I believe, misrepresenting his intentions to the American people. I do believe that there are a fair number of people that voted for Donald Trump who believed him when he told them that his first priority on day one is going to be to bring down prices.
If you don't mind.
And he didn't. And you combine that misrepresentation of intention with also what was at play in terms of massive amounts of misinformation.
Now, forgive me.
And I want to calendar in terms of
pulling a Biden.
I want to interrupt you because that is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I asked you.
Thank you. God bless. Whenever a journalist this day and age gets it right, it is so good. Exactly. That's what I just felt. It happened. And I have to clean up later. No, too late. Too late.
Damn. That's a world-class pivot, but that isn't a question I asked you.
Seafowl said, cool story, bro. Exactly what I just here.
She cut her whole thing off. Well, that's awesome ramblings of you. Great story. Back to my question. If you did one of those. And just watch Kamala's face. Like when she does that to her, when she redirects back to when she essentially does that to her, just watch Kamala's face get a little more like, are you fucking kidding me, bitch? Bitch?
You're making me answer this question. Michael Montoya just found you guys. Well, we are blessed to have been found.
Michael, guess what? Guess what, Michael? We just found you.
Yes.
Bam! Because you showed up in the chat. What's up, Michael? Pleasure.
Good to have you. Good to have you. All right.
So just watch Kamala's vibe here. Just it all like everything goes to poo poo. Because she's like, oh shit, she didn't let me get away. Yeah, she didn't let me get away with like, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over here. She's like, no, the round hasn't started yet. Let's go back to the middle and start boxing. She's like, oh fuck, usually that's what I can do. It's like, no, not this time.
It's the clock. I want to interrupt you because that is a world-class pivot, but it is not the question that I asked you.
Oh, look at the
which is about Joe Biden's failure to recognize his own frailties and what that did to you. The question is about Joe Biden. Are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?
In what regard, please?
Well, just in terms of that question. So,
could you maybe go fuck yourself, please? In what regard, please? In what regard, please? Yeah, you know what regard, Kamala. Come on. That's such a good.
This embodies like the entire reason she was ineffective as a leader, not even including her own pitiful record. Yeah, Kamala, you were the weakest link, and so was Biden.
Goodbye. It's such a good angry person. I'm angry, but I still need to think of my response question.
Yeah, well, she's literally seething with that pucker face.
What do you mean? Wait, what exactly do you mean?
Joe Biden, are you still reluctant to criticize the former president?
In what regard, please?
Well, just in terms of that question. So you went
What
on.
exactly would you like to ask? Be more specific if you don't mind.
Was it Joe Biden's decision, his failure to recognize his own frailties in that position, that put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race?
He was not frail as president of the United States.
I mean, it's such an
He
honest
had
question.
frailties. We all saw the debate.
Do you agree it's an honest question?
It's a supremely easy, direct, honest question. Couldn't come any easier than that.
But meaning though too, like I don't necessarily find it to be a loaded question. Like I don't like
there's
it's
no
just
confusion. There's no
maybe if you like have this like blind support and loyalty to Biden, so you can never talk bad about him, you always got his back kind of thing like that. Okay, like I haven't really seen any evidence of that with the Harrises and the Bidens. You know what I mean? Like, I get if you're trying to be cool with your friend and never trying to, like, I always got my friends back kind of thing, but I don't see them as friends. So I don't know why she's like, excuse me, what frailties? Biden was completely competent. I don't know what you're talking about.
She's doing the playbook. She's getting that whole DNC super PAC, all the super delegates are like, this is where you just pretend he was the quintessential angel of a darling
Stick
president.
up for the team. Stick up for the team. Stick up for the team.
Precisely. And real quick, I cannot forget, guys, I'm not going to deny, we sometimes fight a little bit of YouTube suppression. So while you're with us, and we absolutely count on your engagement, please feel free to join us in the chat. Hit that thumbs up.
We fought that suppression last Tuesday quite hard.
Yeah,
so
big time.
If
big
you're
time,
there,
guys.
we double need it to show YouTube to hopefully not suppress us again. And by all means, if you want us to be suppressed, please also let them know.
we're not going to stop you.
We're not going to stop you. But if you're like, hey, free speech, give us a like. It'll tell YouTube hopefully maybe not to do that again. So we do appreciate that. Much appreciate that. Let's get back to Kamala being
Kamala.
Kamala. As like I walked in and saw a lot of Kamalas there. Okay.
Recognize his own frailties in that position that put you in the position that made it almost impossible to win that race.
He was not frail as president of the United States.
But he had frailties. We all saw the debate.
There what you said? Well, he was not frail as a president of the United States.
We all saw the debate, and we saw him on his day-to-day and every embarrassing moment that he exhibited as our leader.
I will give Sarah a critique here because Kamala can answer that he was not frail as a president, and she can answer that question in a very broad way because it was a very broad term. In what ways was he frail as president? Does she mean physically? Does she mean,
Mentally.
weak on, foreign policy, in what means does she mean frail? So there could be an area where Biden, quote, isn't frail. So Kamala could be, rightfully and truthfully saying, Biden wasn't frail as president. You know what I mean? Because Sarah left what frail meant, like we think we know what frail means. Like we think we know like physically old, like that's what she means. But she could also mean it a little more figuratively as far as how we presidented.
I take it as like in totality, Biden seemed pretty frail. Yay, nay. But leaving it open-ended gives her this out, and she's taking it.
Right. She takes a hook, line, and sinker.
He had frailties. We all saw the debate.
I do believe that Joe Biden had the capacity to be president of the United States, and I have never doubted that he had the capacity to be president of the United States.
So that means, yes, he had frailties because, you know what I mean? She's like, he had frailties, right? And she's like, I believe Joe Biden had the capacity to be the president of the United States. So yes, though he had frailties, but she's saying, so she's essentially saying, yes, he has frailties, but he still maintained the capacity. You know what I mean? Like admitting to frailties is one thing, but she also has to say, yeah, he had frailties, but he was still able to persevere over said frailties.
Look, if I dig in deep enough to everything she just said, I'll even say she conceded by saying, yeah, he didn't quite peak. Like he had the frailties in the way that she worded it. I want to acknowledge, first off, that we will take any opinions here, and we have someone that's saying, what is it? Trump is asleep at the presidency. What is it? What's up, Jose? Welcome. Trump was sleeping in the Oval Office. Sleepy Trump, buddy. The comment right after that by Mr. Shannon. Trump doesn't sleep in the office. He works, doesn't even take a paycheck, real buddy. I'd say Trump has been far too active at the risk of being biased. And I want you to know your comments are welcome. But Trump has been one of the busiest bees. And to say he's asleep at the wheel is just completely disingenuous.
People
Love
started
him or hate him, he's busy.
People started getting mad at Trump this past week over that one thing that happened where that senator fainted or whoever fainted in the Oval Office.
I just saw a post about that.
Yeah, and there is a funny moment where like everyone is behind Trump and it looks like they're attending to the guy because like as soon as he started to faint, Dr. Oz kind of like looked over and like went over to him and kind of started to help him because and as soon as Dr. Oz got close to him, the guy just essentially collapsed to the ground and everybody was kind of watching over him. And then Donald Trump was just, I'm just going to stay right here. I'm looking this way. He's kind of looking at the cameras while everyone is down looking at, looking at the guy who fainted. So, like it is a weird optic, I guess, but what do you expect him to do? Like they were comparing it to this one time when Obama was making a speech and this girl behind him started to like pass out. He's like, hey, I got you. She's, this is what happens when you speak too long, but there's where Obama was good. He was really good with his, he was very suave, Rico Suave with his words, like Trump
Trust
was
me,
like, I don't know. He passed out probably because I'm the best president he's ever saw. Probably because.
I've seen the people that love slobbing all over Obama posting all over social media. My uncle being one of them, being like, this is what a president's supposed to sound like. It's so refreshing to hear him again. As if Obama is suddenly campaigning again. But anyway.
Let me see if I can find that. I wish I would have saved that clip because it was an interesting. There we go. Here we go. Juxtaposition right here. Check this out.
Let's see. This one. Is it a singular picture or is it a whole video?
It's the whole video.
Okay, I've not seen this.
And
Trump does too much Adderall to sleep. We're not talking about Ryan Upchurch here.
And this is interesting too because the picture will paint a different picture without the risk of sounding redundant. The picture will paint a different picture of what you think happened, where the video shows, Trump did go over there at first when the guy passed out. And then he's like, there's a lot of people over here. I've never seen so many people over by a fainted guy. I'm going to take a step back. My job here is done. I don't know, what they expected. Was he start to, get out of the way? I know CPR.
Yeah,
I'm the president.
Making out with him.
Yeah. I'm going to make out with his mouth to get him back to life. I have the golden tongue. So check this out. Here's, get this over on the screen here. Oh, and I forgot.
It looks like my head's on the screen.
I have to do this. I know. Is that you over there? There we go.
I've been making moves in the back streets.
Got to minimize her real quick a little bit. Bear with us.
God bless y'all. Welcome. Don't be afraid if you're bush watching to get straight into bushwhacking. Comment, join us, be a part of the show. Phone lines will be open later on, and give us a like.
Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying thus far. It helps us out a lot. It tells YouTube to stop being a little witch sometimes, because there's a lot of cool shows out there. Maybe like us. I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but there are. Okay, how about this? There are a lot of better shows out there than us that YouTube, for whatever reason, likes to kind of keep, on the down low. And if a lot of people start to like a little more independent stuff out there, it'll just help the algorithm in general get some different shit out there. So if you do happen to want to do that and help out that whole little area, give us a like, give us a subscribe. It goes a long way.
Yeah, don't let us be like the guy that passes out.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. And speaking of a guy passing out, let's watch it.
Gordon, you okay?
Gordon, you okay? Oh, there he goes.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Look, there's Trump. Look, he's right there. He's leaning over.
Oh, he's got that good old hunch.
I don't know what to do. And she cuts it off.
He's leaving it.
Well, the picture. So the picture kind of happens right around here. That's when the picture happened.
I saw El Duce
so the picture happens
post
right here.
about this.
Yeah. The picture happens.
He's like,
right
this whole thing is a metaphor of how the country is. Does he even know what he's trying to imply here? What is the implication by him posting that? I just saw it before we went live.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's another thing that's going around, kind of comparing those two instances together. It's the Obama one.
Oh, of course.
No, you're okay. This happens when I talk too long.
So this lady in the red was about to kind of pass out behind him.
The one illness.
Up, and he goes. Yeah, but like, there's somebody behind her that's also helping out. So like, I mean, he didn't really do anything either. He just kind of held her for a sec. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they think the difference is. Like,
he just peers into her eyes with his beautiful Obama eyes. You know, I don't know.
Like, you know what it is? It's because he made a joke about it. This is what happens when I talk too long. Like, oh, right, that was awesome. All right, cool, gotcha. He took some levity
for that
there.
guy again.
That guy jokes about people fainting because he speaks too long. I like that. I'm a sophisticated voter.
Super relatable.
Super relatable. I love it. So yeah, that's you know, Huck. Was that a little Hawk Tua there? Huck Tua.
Yeah, just not the fun kind, whatever the F that means.
Yeah, what is the fun kind?
I not in my purview, sir. I'm not responsible for what I say.
Now, forgive me here, but what were we actually talking about?
We were before all of this. Let's not have a half-baked Biden moment.
What got us to this moment of Trump and Obama?
We were talking about Kamala during the weave.
Oh yes, when Kamala was dealing with Sarah Ferguson. Did we finish that video?
Armadillo says Trump literally stood there looking like the Grim Reaper. Bro stood there like he knew it was his time.
Yeah.
Okay. Bags having with the mighty incel. Thank you for that contribution. James Snow, what was he supposed to do?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm asking too. Like, you know, like, he's the president, for God's sake. Like, he's not supposed to be like a paramedic as well. Hey, guys, let me push her aside. I got this. I know CPR. President Trump makes out with guy who passed out. You know, they'll flip it any way they can.
He did nothing newsworthy there. It's so stupid that people are trying to make something out of it.
Let's finish Kamala's interview because I don't think we did yet.
No, we did not.
Gotcha. That's what's been going on.
Win that race.
He was not frail as president of the United States.
But he
Bullshit.
had frailties. We all saw the debate.
I do believe that Joe Biden had the capacity.
Did you see that little stutter there?
Yeah, absolutely.
We all saw his frailty. She's like, I do not believe. I believe Joe Biden had the capacity. It's like, you know.
The debate.
I do believe that Joe Biden had the capacity to be president of the United States, and I have never doubted that he had the capacity to be president of the United States. If you want to talk about whether he had the ability to endure what a race for president of the United States would require in that political environment in 2024, as I've said in the book, I had concerns.
I got to give flowers, Josh. We got a spammer.
Oh, I love the spammer.
Constantly saying, all of you, fastest will be held accountable. Well, Agent Snake Plissken. Oh, that's a shame. I like that character.
What's up, Agent?
Thank you for your contribution. If you want to represent the energy that you're doing, or if you're a bot, whatever the case, feel free to call us later on. We'll have the phone lines up.
Maybe he's just referencing, or she's just referencing the videos we're watching, and he's not calling us fascists. That could be, right?
Yeah, whichever.
Yeah. You know, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Good on you. Better man than I.
I'm just wondering, is there a reason why you won't go to that prolonged frailty question? Now, we saw the debate. We saw the difficulty
going back to
he had
it.
marshalling his thoughts.
I have answered that question.
Is there a reason why you beat around the bush so fucking much? Is there? Huh? No. I have answered it. You just don't like my answer. That's that kind of answer coming up, I bet.
I was just waiting for her to say, you know what? I like the bush. Let's go head in the back.
Right.
I got some, you know.
Frailty question. Now, we saw the debate. We saw the difficulty he had marshalling his thoughts.
I have answered that question. I do not believe that
I think it's just hard watching the debate to see how there could not be a problem long term with someone who can't marshal their thoughts. I'm not saying his acuity wasn't present.
I talked about that in the book. And I also mentioned the context in which that debate occurred. And you'll probably remember how I talked about that in terms of what his travel schedule had been, that what he had been enduring in terms of the timing of that debate. I talk about it extensively in the book. I'm not shying away from that. That's why I wrote it in the book, because I do know it's a question people had.
I'm not
She
shying
didn't
away from
answer the
that.
question.
I'm shying away from it right now while it's relevant the most during this interview. But you know what? Let me profiteer off of this just by the book. Get out of here,
Good on
Kamala.
Sarah for the first holding her down to the question, but I guess if you want to continue the interview, you do have to kind of concede a little ground and maybe, all right, I keep pushing for this question. She's not going to answer it. Let's move on because there's other questions I could ask. So I haven't seen the full rest of the interview. I don't know how it goes, but just, at least, good on her for giving a little pushback.
Absolutely.
To Kamala.
It's something I feel like we don't see often enough. So kudos, absolutely.
We like that shit. We like that shit.
It's in the book. She wants you to read it. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess we can get into some Candace stuff, right? Let's go
goodness gracious.
on and dive right in. We've had a little bit of a back and forth with Candace, okay? There are things we agree with her on, and then there are a lot of things we disagree with her on, at least as far as I'm aware of. Eli, can you speak to any of that currently before I pull this videos up?
Yes, absolutely. And to Thomas Kennedy, are you serious when you say no? She definitely gave the response that was asked.
Is the stunning
Hilarious.
hypocrisy again
I wonder
and
how many
again.
people that think like that or believe what you do.
Wait. So what was his answer? I'm sorry to cut you off. She definitely
Clearly,
gave the
Kamala basically gave the perfect answer. She answered exactly what was asked of her. That's the claim. And
Is he
God
being
bless you
facetious?
for engaging?
Maybe he's being
I
facetious.
hope you will be consistent and watch Trump falling asleep on camera during a press conference.
Yo, I would love. Is there a way? Can we find that link? I would love to find that. I'll try to find that right now as well.
Feel free to any of the mods that are in there. If any more spam, I'll take care of that. We'll take care of business.
Is there a mod that can take care of the spam?
Yeah.
Is it really
we got some of
spam?
our best.
Or is it just someone being like a douche?
One and the same.
Really? Okay. Well, I don't mind someone trying to irritate us because I feel like if we do ban them, they win.
Yeah. No, it can be made part of the content, sure.
75.
But anyway.
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. We were having an AC question.
I see. Very
no,
prevalent.
AC, not IC. It's an AC.
Stupid.
Heyo,
Okay.
heyo.
All right. So
where
the
was I
pun
trying to
reflex. Here
start
we
this?
go.
Okay, yeah. So this starts.
Mods, you need to
We're gonna
lock
go through
in.
this
Not
one.
look-
What's that?
No. I recognize a reference comment. Mods, you need to lock in. If that's a reference to like Locale Live, fuck Locale Live. All right.
Well, I mean,
so,
listen.
yeah, Candace.
Be reasonable. Whoever we have as mods right now, I forget. I know we just made Shamrock one. I forget who else has access. I think and Indy. I think Indy's still a mod.
Yeah,
so just like
exactly right.
Feel them out. If they're a real person, but they're trying to aggravate you, I don't know. I'm just saying, give a little leeway before you go ahead or if you can put them in a timeout, as opposed to like banning them, use those alternative methods. We're not, so there we go. Okay. Anyways, enough of the Borophil. Let's get on with it as we dissect and listen to Candace Owens' latest video she just released here. Let's see. What do we got, Candace? Make sure we got the volume up. I don't. Okay. Should I play it at a like 1.25 speed?
Feel free, by all means. I am anticipating this is where we will have the most people either agree, disagree. We'll probably feel
what do you mean?
Most passionate about this segment here, and I'm counting on that. Please know your opinion matters just as much as ours.
What do you mean people will agree or disagree, though? Like on our takes on Candace or what Candace is saying?
Yeah, with the whole thing. Everything we're going to cover here.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Let's check it out. So this is her opening statement on the whole thing. And Eli, I think you will like this the most because one of her opening claims is about how now, see my emphasis on the word now, that now she's able to play the victim. Remember what happened in 2018?
Project Autopsy.
And then what happened before when her and the NAACP
in high school. She will claim to this day, if you ask her, she will say she's never benefited from racism because her whole shtick is it doesn't exist, right? It's not a real thing. She sued successfully with the NAACP. Her and her mother sued her high school for racism.
Oof.
That's two things. A third thing, and you may have your own opinions. She and her husband are very, very close to the Tate brothers. There's a lot of opinions there, and I understand why. They had some allegations, some charges of human trafficking. They had to flee a certain country, but she doesn't like to talk about it too much. And when she had one of them on her show, kid gloves, questions, nothing that I was hoping for from our, tough as nails Candace Owens.
You like Candace. You're a fan of Candace.
I mean, sometimes I was a lot until recently.
All right, let's hear her opening statement here.
Okay, 911, I want to report a blood libel. Blood libel. I've suffered a centuries-old anti-black trope. That's how this works, right? Like if you're in the pro-Israel lobby and you deal with any sort of pushback or flack, you got to fall to the ground and cry victim. Well, it's my turn now, you guys, because yesterday, Ben Shapiro, who was invited as a guest to join Megyn Kelly on her tour.
So she's saying it's my turn, as if like kind of she hasn't before. I found that little, like
okay,
tickling. Like, oh, you've done that. You've been here before, Candace. Remember?
Yeah, and you made millions, and you're still making millions. So hey,
no hate, but just it's funny for people who don't know.
Not hating the player.
Yeah, it's just funny for people who don't know. They're like, no, she's definitely always telling the truth.
Amanda saying she sounds like she's lost the plot to me. Refreshing to see that.
Amanda.
He pretty much just goes
we get some hate sometimes.
It's okay. Like again, you're going to see if you stick around for this whole thing that there are some things, at least I will find out if Eli does too, but at least I agree on with some of her takes on this whole Ben Shapiro thing. So
okay.
We'll get there.
Ask down, and it's obviously hilarious. He just lies. It's so weird. He just has nothing, so he lies and tries to pressure Megyn to respond to the lies. All I can say is the pro-Israel lobby is down real bad. They are writing fan fiction. It's like Bibi Netanyahu fan fiction. And on that note, I sat down with a woman on CNN, and it went about as bad as you might have expected. Fantastic clips that are making the rounds. So let's jump right back into this. Happy Friday, and welcome back to Candace.
So that was her opening segment really quick. So she's just setting this whole thing up for us to get into. The first thing she's going to get into is she describes Ben Shapiro having a thing for Tucker Carlson, and a thing in like a I don't like this guy kind of thing, like a negative type of way towards him. And one of the whole undertones of this whole vibe she has with Ben Shapiro is how Ben Shapiro is like Candace Owens is known for insinuation, for implications, right? And then she can kind of get away with it by saying, oh, I've never accused them of that, but it's through her implications people can lead themselves to believe, whether her fault or not, but her broad implications, people can lead themselves to believe that she is talking about this person, that she is referencing that this person could do evil things through her broad implication. And she doesn't really counter them until I heard some of her counter tonight, which is quite interesting.
Okay, on that note, I want to say it is this whole strong implication stratagem that she uses that makes me not respect her as a journalist. The whole edging things and then saying this is super dangerous and important information, but let's wait 2 days, or let me read 4 freaking sponsored ads before I get to said subject. Whatever, I know, don't hate the player, hate the game, right? But as a journalist, to imply and then to get outraged when somebody calls out what you're implying and then hide behind, I'm only asking questions, I take issue with that.
Yeah, that is a little weird, but you are on an entertainment platform, where you're going to have a lot of views. You're trying to capitalize on those views, but it does beg the question, like, if you felt this information was that damning, wouldn't you give it to the proper people who could do something with it, as opposed to kind of report it on YouTube and report it in a way where it's this episodic thing where like she releases a little bit at a time as opposed to everything at once, like kind of keeping a little thing just a little bit on the line for every episode so you want to stick around, And
so, it serves her well.
Yeah, but it's fair to ask that question, I do believe. And it's not meant to be like completely incredulous. It's just meant to question, what are your intentions? Like, do you really get this information 1 week at a time or every episode at a time? Or do you have a lot of this and you've planned it out? To what extent Are you being an entertainer? To what extent are you being an investigator, investitainer, and entertainer, investigator, entertainer? I don't know. Yeah.
Don't think too deep into it.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to have a word for it. You just watch, okay? You just watch. All right, so let's move on. This is her calling Ben is a funny guy. She's going to bring up that Ben Shapiro goes on stage with Megyn Kelly. Well,
you ain't got to explain it. Just hit the play button.
No, I was thinking we don't even got to get to that. We can just go watch the clip. Because, again, I just timestamped everything.
To say other than,
not necessarily
Ben is a funny guy.
Parts.
He is. He's never trying to be funny. He just is funny when he's being serious and he's being seriously angry about a topic.
These are just shots
it's
at
just
Ben.
something that I enjoy to watch. And last night, he got on stage with Megyn Kelly. She had a tour stop in Florida. And I want to say, I was kind of impressed with Ben, because instead of doing his usual thing where he sends others to do his dirty work so he can keep his hands clean, he was like, I'm going to peer pressure Megyn Kelly myself. I'm going to make her disavow me, make her disavow Candace Owens. I'm going to make her disavow Tucker Carlson by putting her on the spot and asking her to respond to things that Tucker Carlson never did and Candace Owens never did or said. And you really get to see it masked down, because you saw this narrative circulating amongst people who were just absurdly making claims that I attacked Erica. And I know what these organic movements look like. I know how they...
And I have a counter to her claim right there that we'll get to eventually. Please don't let me forget that. I don't want to get to it now, but it circles back to, like, she has this way of being like, oh, I never accused them. I never claimed that. But then when you listen to certain things that are said in a row, people can make an implication. And I don't know in what way or how she would be, like, in trouble or
held accountable for that. But, like, it does seem like there does seem like it's a method she uses. So It doesn't seem like it's always like this, whoopsie daisy. It seems like some of these implications and the way she goes about saying them are said in a certain way, so you come to that conclusion / implication yourself without having to really stretch too much. Here, and with that being said, I don't want to outright call Always Nope welcome. I don't want to just call this person a defender. This is what this individual believes Candace is doing when she edges, so on and so forth. The comment is, she's admitted to edging. She's wanted to catch people in a lie. Then she comes out with the proof. She said she's trying to figure out who's willing to lie the most and to what extent. So that being the perceived strategy, I
get it. I understand.
I agree I understand that, and I'll agree with that as well. I also agree with what Josh just stated, which I suddenly forget entirely. But no,
I do think it's fair that you can have both feelings, though, too. You can, no, she's edging, but also that as well. So
escaping, like, just having that shield up against accountability if the hammer really drops at some point. Yeah.
If the Josh hammer really drops, exactly. You know who Josh Hammer is? That was actually a Candace Owens joke. Yeah, she's going after Josh Hammer. So I said, you see what I did there? If the Josh Hammer, okay, guy who explains the jokes.
They operate behind the scenes, and I know Ben plays a part in this, and so it was actually quite refreshing for me to be like, now everyone gets to see what you are because you're saying stuff that never happened. So we'll start with what he said about Tucker Carlson. You should know Ben has a real thing for Tucker Carlson. I don't understand it. It is just, I don't know. It's been going on for a long time. There's something about Tucker Carlson that gets under his skin. I'm not clear on it. I would actually love.
At first, I didn't know what she meant. Like, what do you mean he has a real thing for, like, like the way she said it? I was like, sexually? Like he has a real thing for Tucker. But then she, luckily, not long after, she did clarify. She's like, he like it's like a hateful thing, like a vengeance thing he has. I was like, okay, cool. I get it now. I understand.
Strange. I never personally got that vibe, but okay.
That's fine.
Maybe I'm not in the loop as well as I thought.
Different vibes. That's all.
Gotcha.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Carlson. You should know Ben has a real thing for Tucker Carlson. I don't understand it. It is just, I don't know. It's been going on for a long time. There's something about Tucker Carlson that gets under his skin. I'm not clear on it. I would actually love to hear Ben speak about that. I mean, people at the Daily Wire, when they're leaving the Daily Wire, have to sign agreements that they're not going to go work for Tucker Carlson for 6 months. It's strange. Anyways, he jumps into this, explain.
All right, when you're done working for me, when you're overworking for me, when I no longer have any part of your work on my end, I still control you for 6 months to a year. It's like, what? That is kind of odd,
That's
right?
a terrible look. If that's the truth, that's bad.
But I mean, like, okay,
good to
it's
be called out.
bad, but then it's also just like it's territorial. Maybe it's how he got to where he is. Maybe he's like, listen, I want to be the top dog. So, you know, like it's not, is it playing dirty or is it just playing in the realm in which you have access to? He's not necessarily playing dirty. He's not cheating, but he's just saying, hey, I can use an NDA for this. I'm just playing a little devil's advocate here because this is going to come up later about him and how he approaches Charlie Kirk. And all I'm saying is people in this atmosphere, it's not necessarily cutthroat, but it's like, hey, you know, there's a lot of people in politics, mainly people who watch politics, that float, that drift from Democrat to Republican to middle to center. And then when you're dealing with a more specific crowd that can float in between, you know, a little bit more, you know, progressively Republican or then a little more conservatively Republican, Ben Shapiro and Charlie Kirk can battle for that group of people and ultimately may end up picking one over the other, you know, and just like the other guy that Ben Shapiro, I forget who the other guy that Ben Shapiro, Tucker Carlson, just like Tucker is. So like there is this territorial vibe over, you know, these conservative views, who's getting who, you know. So like I do believe that's not necessarily far-fetched to me, and that's not necessarily off the table in regards to, yeah, I want to be number one and I have to also play defense and I have to also play offense. So are you taken aback by some of these tactics that, you know, he's allegedly taken to, you know, like
Right.
keep
So it may
the
be an
opponent
established
down?
nature of the business kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's not necessarily a good thing, but it's just like the guy wants to be number one. Is he cheating? It doesn't seem like it, but he's using things that are in the legal gray area, maybe, that he's using to keep the other guy down or trying to do. It's never worked, apparently. So,
Yeah, no, on this one, consider me stuck in the middle because I see both sides of this one.
heard. All right. So let's get to Candace Owen watching Ben Shapiro talk to Megyn Kelly about Tucker Carlson. It's like a reactionception.
Non-compete clauses are pretty normal.
I'll take a
so
listen.
Right.
points to
Yeah.
that.
I texted him
And
and I said,
thoughts on Nick
thanks so much for
Fuentes'
calling. It means the world.
question? That's something I'm looking forward to visiting here as well.
What's that?
We got somebody that Joel. Thoughts on Nick? That's something I personally have been wondering myself, and I'm trying to formulate an entire opinion on. We're going to be covering some of that here.
Yeah, I will get there. Nick is an interesting character himself. So he will admit he said some questionable shit. And the first instance I really got to hear from him was when he did an interview with Patrick Bet-David. I listened to that interview. That was my really first full dive into, full understanding of Nick Fuentes, at least from his words, and somebody I would at least respect enough to ask close enough to the right questions to get some unbiased info from him. And it was like, I think it was like a 2-hour, maybe even a 3-hour episode. And it was enlightening. You know, it's definitely, I don't know how much different it is from how the media wants to paint him completely as anti-Semitic. And he said a lot of shit that you can't really debate that is anti-Semitic. And his worldview on some of the Jewish people, you know, he's like, you know, in the same breath you say, no, I don't hate Jewish people, but I just don't want them around anymore. And you're like, well, what's the difference really? And he's like, well, I mean, but like by that, I mean, go to your own area, like get out of here. And it's just like, it's still the same thing, you know? So I don't know.
I have questions
I could be
about
given
Nick,
a disservice.
but I'm holding on to those for now.
Yeah.
I got some.
And by the way, I could be giving a big disservice to kind of his frame.
Quite all right.
Mine,
I know
but I'm
exactly
just
what I
trying
want to
to-
ask when that time comes.
So let's watch Candace break down this. Ben Shapiro's, he starts to go ham at Megyn Kelly over essentially like, I don't know why you're still friends with Tucker since Tucker had Nick Fuentes on your program.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Ben did no fucking favors for his cause.
It truly does. Should we do a show together talking about the DSA threat? Democrats
Okay, hang on. So this is where it started. I'm going to go back just an ass hair. We're at 441. Sorry about this.
Well, quite all right.
Because I want
And-
to get everything in here.
Just for anybody that's here for the first time, I'll make this as brief as possible. I am not technically Jewish. Okay, I was not born of a Jewish mother. My father was Jewish. So in the faith, apparently, you have to be born of a Jewish mother to be considered Jewish. So, and I was raised Catholic. I became a Christian, so on and so forth. So, but that's why, though, because of my upbringing, and I had family that was Jewish, regardless, that I loved, and I saw nothing but kindness and love and light, and I saw nothing shady. That's why I feel like I have some skin in the game. But I am not big on Ben Shapiro being our mascot.
Spokesperson.
Yeah, I think we whatever, we need somebody else there. He's just not it right now. He's not.
For the Jewish people or for the conservatives?
For the Jewish people.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, one could argue he's what you need if you want Jewish people to.
He's too.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean?
Like
he's all pro Jewish people, and I know what you mean by looks. Right now, he's not good for looks, but like he's probably good for the longevity of Jewish people. You know what I mean?
He's Israel first, a Jewish American. When we are in a time where we need to all understand it's okay to want to say America first. That doesn't mean throw Israel to the wayside, but times have changed and perceptions have as well. I don't want them involved in our politics, and I don't think we should be involved in theirs.
Let's go on with the video
and
here.
It gets deeper. There's a common enemy. We have a conflict in the Middle East, right?
Right. And Israel has always been, you know, the little evil, so to speak, as some of the do you call them extremist Muslims in the Middle East? You know, Israel is looked at the little evil, America's looked at big evil. And as far as we are to take it, Israel is this defense, this ears to the ground, this eyes on watch to what's going on over there in the Middle East for us out here. So there is somewhat of a relationship we have with them, as far as a lot of those countries over there who, quote, allegedly hate America. They're keeping an eye, you know, they hate Western ideology, yes,
culture.
Yes. So
it sounds like a proxy war to me.
What's that? Like America funding Israel,
doing what they do.
And then a lot of people think it's the otherwise. A lot of people think Israel controls America. I'm like, I can't get down with that. I don't understand.
We've all grown up on that one.
Yeah, I don't understand that one at all. Like, I don't understand the logic to that one. Saying just I don't think it's the. No. What,
well,
do
you hear a lot of Jewish names when it comes to lawyers and in Hollywood, right? I guess it comes from that, right? But when it goes deeper and deeper, what are some of the companies? Are Rothschilds, fucking Weinstein? You know, what are some Soros?
A lot of Jews, I saw a lot of Jews when I walked in. A lot of Jewish people.
I want a distinction to be made that there are Jewish Americans that don't want to put Israel first anymore, and that needs to be heard. And that's why Ben Shapiro is not doing favors, I think, at this time.
But can I ask an honest question? And I don't think we both know this is more rhetorical question, but does Ben Shapiro, is his idea that Israel needs to come first before America? Like, do we know this for a fact? Or is he just like
98% positive on saying, yeah,
really
he would be that one.
So you think he's he's more pro-Israel than he is pro-America? Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Listen, 1 or 2 in the chat if you agree with Eli. If you think Ben Shapiro is more pro-Israel than he is America, 1 in the chat. If you think opposite, 2 in the chat. Again, if you think Ben Shapiro is more pro-Israel than he is pro-America, put 1 in the chat. If you think that the opposite is true, he's more pro-America than pro-Israel, hit 2 in the chat. Let us know. We're trying to get a little.
Allow me. Yes, this is the part of the engagement that we really, really enjoy and thrive on. We appreciate you putting up with us.
BRB.
So please, for the sake of this, go ahead. If you think Shapiro puts Israel before America, hit 1. If you think the latter, 2. Simple as that. A lot of ones. Got 1, 2, 2. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless you. These are the moments we live for, seeing that we can have this kind of discourse. Majority of ones. Shep, fuck you. Okay.
Hey, don't be rude to Shep.
Give me the stupid 6. I don't even want to say it.
6'7".
Jesus, Tony, get off Biden's balls already.
6'7". All right, let's continue a little. Is there any consensus in the chat?
Consensus is one, bro. That
Oh,
Shapiro,
damn.
see? And that's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Thank you.
I'm in the minority here.
Dude, Shapiro needs to.
What gives people that idea? I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, I think his existence, his verbiage, his actions, everything, it's just so obvious. If you've taken the time to listen to him on his platforms, the spaces he goes to, he wants to secure funding and wants to know that we're always here to be at the service of Israel and not the other way around. And the whole everything has changed in that dynamic. And if you want to call, like, I don't like this term, the Great Awakening, because it seems to get too damn anti-Semitic. But if it comes to acknowledging that this country, motherfucking US of A, needs to be first, come first, well, then I will, at the risk of sounding whatever, as a very confused Jew-ish person, say, fuck that noise. America first, and that's how it is, period. Israel got to take a backseat right now. We're figuring our own shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's continue on with the Candace. Candace, this is Ben Shapiro. He starts to slowly more lose his mind, I believe.
I texted him and I said, thanks so much for calling. It means the world. It truly does. Should we do a show together talking about the DSA threat, Democratic Socialist of America threat, and orienting in the same direction? Happy to do whatever it takes to bring everyone back together for the fight that matters. And Tucker then wrote back, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to spend the next week or two thinking about how to be most effective. The country is clearly on the brink. I reached out repeatedly after that. Nothing happened. And again, I thought it was a good idea at the time. I think I
butt hurt.
You hear Ben Shapiro a little, I reached out many times and I looked at my text and it still said read, but I had no respond messages.
I ate bonbons and he still hasn't responded.
Yeah. I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool, but he didn't respond back to me. And I am now upset. And I'll be very upset about that for the rest of my life. I don't ever stop thinking of that. I will never stop thinking of that. And I don't like him anymore. He's not a good guy.
I find myself jealous of your impressions again.
Don't be. That's a horrible Ben Shapiro.
No, I mean, it's way better than I could accomplish. And
listen, this is not an insult towards you, but that's not really a compliment towards me. You understand that, right? It's like, hey,
you know what?
Listen, by no means, do not take this the wrong way. But it's like, it's like saying this. Hey, look at that. Hey, at least you're better than that piece of shit right there. I'm calling your impressions dog shit. I'm not calling you as a person dog shit. I'm just saying your impressions are shit, man. You and I got to talk later about this. We're in a little heart to heart, and we're gonna get you. Hey, look at me. Look at me.
I've been waiting for this one. I know.
Look at me. I got you. Okay, I got you. But you know what I mean? Like it's not a big compliment when you say, "Oh, your impressions are really good." It's like
they fucking are.
Compared to who? Compared to your dog shit ones? Yeah. Okay, I guess maybe.
Okay, fine. Yes.
Right. It's like a backhanded compliment. That's all it is all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Good job.
I'm sorry.
I'll get over it.
On with the Candace.
felt differently after I saw what he did with Nick Fuentes and after he proceeded, in my opinion, to spend the subsequent weeks doing literally nothing to fight the left. I say this with sadness because Tucker used to be, I think, a deeply important part of the conservative push to win. The number of times that Tucker Carlson has mentioned Zohran Mamdani since October 5th on his show is once. And it was in the context of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Tucker Carlson talking about the appeal of Zohran Mamdani. Just by way of contrast, not because I'm a perfect representative here, but because you've talked about Zohran Mamdani a lot. A lot of us have. Since October 5th, I did 17 separate shows on Zohran Mamdani, including 4 in the last week before the election. Okay.
May I ask you a question real quick? The way Ben Shapiro just alluded to the Zohran Mamdani thing, how would you take that? Like, how would you take his implication there? Because
his implication that he did 17 shows, that he's been covering it?
Ben Shapiro says in the past X amount of months, I, Ben Shapiro, have done 17 shows on Zohran Mamdani. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker Carlson just did one with Marjorie Taylor Greene. So
I see.
What are you taking as Ben Shapiro's implication there on Tucker Carlson only doing one episode on Zohran Mamdani?
He's trying to establish himself as the one that's doing the job that conservatives needs to be doing. He's trying, again, to make himself be the poster child of, I am the guy that needs to be the guy, even though it may not be the right time for me. I think he even acknowledges that right now, it's not his time, so he's trying to reaffirm that he needs to stay there. What's up? Experiments gone wrong.
Did you take any? Did
Dropping
you
a super chat real quick.
Shit.
He loves Ben Shapiro. More power to you. I guess I should too, but I don't. I respect his conviction, but I don't agree with his execution nor his approach.
Okay, because when you're orienting against the left, you really should orient against.
Oh my God, it's just being stupid. Dang it! I had a question for you, and then now it's gone. Boom! Send that to the show. Bam! Experience gone.
Ben is implying he is an anti-Semite. Oh, no reply. Huh.
Let's go back to that. I had a point, and now I lost it.
That's all right, Biden.
Son of a gun. Oh yeah. At any point, did you take what Ben Shapiro was saying? Did you get any implication at what Ben Shapiro was trying to say about Tucker Carlson, that Tucker Carlson was giving Zoran Mandami flowers? Was he talking positively at all of Zoran? Like how in Ben Shapiro's words?
I didn't take away that he implied Tucker Carlson said anything positive. I just take away that
I gotta rewind. I'm sorry.
That he's insinuating that that Tucker Carlson, if he was a better conservative, would have covered it more.
Got you. Correct. Exactly. So there was no, like the way Ben Shapiro was talking to Megyn Kelly in that moment, there was no implication from Ben Shapiro and or insinuation that Tucker was being positive to Zoran. The idea there was just, he hasn't talked about him enough. There was no mention of positivity, not even, necessarily mention of negativity, but the negativity was implied through lack of amount of shows. I did 17, he did 1. There was no comparison or analogy to anything positive that happened. And you concur, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
The left.
So this just makes no sense. It makes entirely no sense. He's upset because I guess Tucker doesn't want to do a show with him in the future. A lot of stuff goes on in the background that you guys don't understand. So, okay, that's on Tucker. If Tucker doesn't want to collab with Ben, that's on him. Also, it's Tucker's platform. So what it means when you have your own show,
I agree with
which I don't know why the shocks Ben is, you can talk about whatever you want. If Tucker wants to do 6 months and he just wants to cover sports, it's his prerogative, and people can tune in or they can tune out. That's what the free markets mean. The free markets does not mean that the very same people who tried to artificially push Tucker out of the markets, the same people that applauded him being fired, the same people that have called him an anti-Semite, then get to dictate what he speaks about on his show. Like that actually just makes...
I concur. It's like, it's his own show. He can talk about whatever he wants to. Like, how dare you, and like even, say, Tucker, you need to talk about this guy this many times. And Candace makes a point at the end there. She's like, he doesn't even live in New York. And like, it's not his, it's not his job to campaign for the guy in New York, and he doesn't even live there, so to speak.
If anything, Ben Shapiro had an opportunity to just say, or not even to fucking say it. Obviously he has an invested fight there. I think the conservative base does. And he shouldn't be dictating what anybody else is doing. It's a bad look. I do want to at least share 2 comments that I caught.
Yes.
He's implying that Tucker did not cover. No, that's not the one. Here we go. Tucker never said anything against Zoran. That's the issue by Facts Uncensored.
Yeah, okay. Let's see though, because that's going to be essentially disproven, Facts Uncensored. And I
like this one by no reply, but we got to do our due diligence.
Yeah.
Candace Owens was more than happy taking Ben Shapiro's money when she worked for him. Very true.
Yep. Let's keep this going a little bit because we will find one of our first disagreements with Candace here, because as I said to you, did we get any positive implications from how Ben Shapiro was describing, you know what I mean? Like when Ben Shapiro had that description of Tucker Carlson over Megyn Kelly, did we get any positive remarks there? It was more so, hey, you didn't do as much as I did. You missed the plot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Right.
Entirely no sense. It's not Tucker's responsibility. Doesn't live in New York City. It's not his responsibility to use his platform to speak about Mamdani 17 times. It's very strange. But to the insinuation that Tucker somehow supported Mamdani and said like nice things about him when he sat down with Marjorie Taylor Greene, here's actually what Tucker said with Marjorie.
He didn't say that.
What's that? He didn't.
No. Okay. So did you hear what she just said? She just said for him to insinuate that Tucker said nice things about Mamdani while he sat like listen one more time.
She's doing okay.
She's doing what she hates people do to her, but it's a little different. Hang on, we'll get there. Work with us.
It's very strange. But to the insinuation that Tucker somehow supported Mamdani and said like nice things about him when he sat down with Marjorie Taylor Greene, here's actually what Tucker said with Marjorie Taylor Greene, and you be the judge of what—
He didn't say that. He didn't, like, Ben Shapiro in that clip did not say that at all. But if we want to play that game, we'll get to the insinuation game here just in a bit about how Candace has skirted and or possibly treated the whole Erica Kirk thing.
Now, I want to thank you for setting up everything like as you did to get to this point. Now I understand why you were establishing that I had a full understanding and grasp of what was really done there. By the way, chat, you guys are really knocking it out of the park. I mean,
Appreciate
there's so
you.
many great comments. This is what I live for. Trust me, I do it every
Look at him.
show. when
Eli's
it's
living
uploaded,
right
read
now.
them
You
all.
see him?
What's that?
Look at his face right now. He's living right now. Eli, look at him. He's living. This is what he lives for. He's alive right now.
Here's something I agree with.
We'll
by the
talk
way.
to the people. And what did the comments say?
All right, so I believe this is the right Omar 5376.
Omar.
Ben clearly says he can talk to whomever and about whatever. He's criticizing the interview, which somebody basically said that Ben Shapiro is accusing Tucker Carlson of not asking hard enough questions, and the point being he was sitting there on there
Interesting.
criticizing Nick Fuentes, but he won't debate him. That's what I think we all deserve. Ben Shapiro debating Nick Fuentes.
Okay, yeah, like great point. But here is a counterpoint to whatever that guy just said. And Candace is going to say it, and I don't want to steal it, but Ben Shapiro, guess who he interviewed? Bibi Netanyahu. Did he ask Bibi Netanyahu pressing, really hard questions about what Israel's doing in Gaza? Nope.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so the same standard doesn't apply for him.
See, that's the glory of being a show called Stuck in the Middle. We can call it out everywhere, and we rely on you to call us out. Okay.
Son of a biscuit.
sat down with Marjorie Taylor Greene. Here's actually what Tucker said with Marjorie Taylor Greene. And you be the judge of whether you think Ben is being an honest person when he describes it in the manner that he just did. Take a look.
He did not say, though, Candace, that it was positive. Those words did not come out of his mouth. So, like, this is the weird shit that happens, though, because, like, she's partially correct, but then, you know what I mean? Like, she's partially correct in the sense that Tucker actually, when we do play the clip, we will see him actually saying negative things about Zoran, like what he doesn't like. He wasn't just all blah, blah, blah. But also, too, she was incorrect in the same breath when she said Ben Shapiro said Tucker said positive things. It's like you have to, like, literally dissect every sentence to get to the truth almost. It's a little ridiculous.
Precisely. And for anybody, because this has happened quite a few times whenever we want to criticize something on Candace Owens, and sometimes we have something nice to say about her, we'll just get picked apart. But this is one of the embodied reasons why I take such an issue with how she goes about her implications and I'm only asking questions strategy.
When he describes it in the manner that he just did. Take a listen to Tucker.
It's interesting. You said a second ago that when people are really frustrated when the system they live under fails them, they listen to voices that they shouldn't listen to or wouldn't listen to under any other circumstance. Like, how did Al Sharpton get to be the leader of Black America or whatever? I mean, it's like it's a thing. Mm-hmm. Desperate people tend to go to crappy leaders, I think. And I just can't get over what happened in our biggest city this week, the very same week that everybody in D.C. is focused thousands of miles away on the greatest threat we face, Iran's nuclear program. I don't want Iran to have the bomb. I'm not pro-Iran, obviously.
We're not pro-Iran.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have to say it?
No,
But
right.
we do.
It's
Yeah,
dumb.
there's the
But at
disclaimer.
the same time that everybody was looking to Iran, our largest city had a Democratic primary, effectively the mayor's race, and like 32-year-old socialist who wants government-run grocery stores gets elected. He's going to likely run our biggest city.
Yeah. And
in the country.
Right. New York.
And it's like, why did that happen? Is it because people are so, like, desperate for government-run grocery stores or love socialism or love, like, foreign-born midwits running their cities? Probably not. Mm-mm. That guy was the only person in the New York City mayor's debate to say he wanted to focus on New York City. All the candidates were asked, if you could visit a foreign country, what would it be? And they all, of course, all had an answer. I think most said Israel. Great. And he said, I wouldn't go anywhere. I'd stay in New York. And, like, if I want to meet Jewish constituents, I go to their synagogues, their homes, or whatever. But I'd be here in New York because that's what I'm doing. I'm running New York. That's my job.
Well, he gave the right answer.
He gave the right answer. He
Yeah.
gave the right answer at least. And he's talking. I totally oppose his program.
Absolutely.
and I
Yeah.
think it works. But he's talking about economics.
Yep.
And everyone else is talking about foreign policy.
So he said what I said. I am describing to you why Mamdani won, and you're angry that people are assessing why that happened. Doesn't matter how many times you call somebody.
Essentially, your people are saying, oh, Israel this, Gaza that, preoccupied with foreign shit going on, that they're not focused on what's going on here. But if you were to say stop focusing on Israel, you'd be anti-Semitic.
Right.
Is the
okay.
point I think she's trying to make.
Okay. Yeah. So, can you really rephrase that to me again? You're anti-Semitic if you what? If you focus on something outside of the economics.
So right now there was this whole thing going on with Israel where like if you weren't like pro-Israel and like really focus on what's going on in Israel versus Palestine, then you're kind of like it's the same mind. It's the same mindset. If you're not with us, you're against us, kind of thing,
Okay.
right? And like that seemed to be dominating the news sphere. For
a while.
Yeah, like Israel, when not a lot of people were paying attention to what was going on in our own country. Where like even if you wanted to say, hey, look over here to this Muslim guy for a second, this socialist, this democratic socialist. By you taking focus off the whole Israel thing, you would be anti-Semitic because you're not now focusing on Israel and what's going on over there. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I can be preoccupied with two things, or I can be occupied rather with two things going on at the same time. I can do that. But that was the whole or at least that's the vibe I get that's what she's trying to say. It's like people were too preoccupied with other shit to realize what was going on under our own noses if you consider Mamdani bad.
Okay. Now I understand the point. One area that I got into like a few tiffs, and somebody made a comment like there's some fractioning within the right as a result of all of this, and I think to a degree, but I don't think it's as bad as whatever the case. I don't think that the Democrats have the W they think they have, but I think Mamdani and a lot of the conspiracy since Charlie Kirk's passing that focuses so much, and until we get something more than Candace Owens just edging and the most finite thing she has is 12 phones that were activated in Israel, this, that, and the other. I do believe that all of this rhetoric of wanting Israel or maybe acknowledging that Israel is the ones that took him out has fed so much anti-Semitism and helped somebody like Mamdani, a Muslim and a socialist, get into the seat of power.
Yeah.
I do believe it did help that just a bit.
Concur. Let me keep playing here. I just having a little okay, not that one.
Trump's not only in Israel, he's dealing with different countries almost every day. Yeah. Agreed. I think we're all over, making Israel such a damn priority. They can be an ally, but we don't have to keep footing the bill.
I think it would be fair to say that in general, people are a little like, can we get over helping everyone else out first before we kind of help ourselves out?
100%.
Is that okay?
That's where we need to be, head in the game.
Can we do that? I don't know what happened. I lost.
To you why Mamdani.
I lost that freaking desktop thing. Hang on, give me 1 second if you don't mind. Bear with me. I want to make sure all my plugs are plugged in because that would blow if I lost.
Don't lose the power.
No, not the power, but I lost my monitor up there, so it looks like it's frozen on our side. But I still got, at least we still got the audio. So hang on 1 second. Bear with me 1 second.
It's
Go ahead and
natural
talk to the people.
Yeah, exactly what I'm going to do. This is what I'm all about. Thank you, by the way. Double tap, drop a like. Everyone that subscribed, bless your heart. God bless Mark Robbins. 6883. Let me just little addition so you know the host or the person on the screen. I am somebody that I've worn many hats when it comes to religion. I have been an atheist. I've been a practicing Catholic, a Christian, agnostic, nihilism, which is just a philosophy. I have recently, for the past year, returned to Christ, and I'm doing my best to walk the line of being a good Christian. But being a good Christian, I find myself in these spaces where I believe what I see is anti-Semitism, and I don't want that to be the case. I don't want to think that I am infiltrating parts of the conservative base, because I left progressivism behind, and feel like now I have to be on a side that hates people because of what the blood in their veins. I am okay with saying America first. That doesn't mean I think destroy Israel, and that's where I just wanted to make that clear.
All right, we got it back. I think we have
do the
it
thing,
back.
brother.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, I think we got it back.
Are you still working on that thing?
Nope. Can you not hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, yeah. No, I think we got it back.
Thank you, Dirk Canadian. Thank you, bro.
So silly sometimes how this shit works, but it is what it is. Bam. Okay.
Your
and now,
favorite person.
now you're frozen.
Oh, Jesus.
Now you're fucking frozen. Hang on. No, I got this. Don't worry. Hang on.
Okay. I'm gonna keep talking.
This is ridiculous. This is getting stupid.
It's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Understood. So somebody that said how convenient or something like that. I would love for you to elaborate. If anything in my statement is convenient, I think I'm very, very clear. Yeah, I know. We know, guys. Apparently, my screen is frozen, but there might be life in the old boy yet.
No, we got it. We got it. We got it. Check it out. Ready? And ba-boom. Eli's back.
Anti-Semitism, to me, it's hating Jews because they're Jewish. That's what it is. Hating anybody because of the blood in their veins. That's it. That's what I think anti-Semitism is.
Bam.
You know, and I've debated quite a few Holocaust deniers. We have an episode on this very show from years ago where I debated one, and their points were very, very flimsy, to say the least. I went on to a Christian conservative site on a social media platform, and it was something about we have evidence or names. We have names of 5 million victims out of the 6 million Jewish people, right? And I go there, all the comments, the thousands upon thousands of comments are all Christians saying this is the Great Awakening and the Jews should be destroyed. The Holocaust, that's what I saw.
Jesus.
Yeah, tell me about it.
A little more.
So, all right, we're back at it. Let's get to it.
A little more, Candace. Oh, okay. You don't want to play audio for me, huh? Let's see. Hang on.
Oh, my goodness. Great.
No, that might be on me. That's probably on me.
Not talking about your state. Oh, thank you. My apologies. Your favorite
saying why
person.
that happened. Doesn't matter how many times you call somebody an anti-Semite. People appreciated, it's very obvious, the fact that he was not focused on foreign policy issues when there's so many domestic ones to prove from. You got to learn why you lose elections, and it's not Tucker's job to get people elected.
I agree completely.
Least of all in cities that he doesn't live in. Now, I want to also show you what Ben said about me, because it's so outrageous and it's so dishonest that we actually should process what is happening here, okay? This is a watershed moment. Ben does not have it together. He is very insecure, and he's going on the attack.
Do you know what a watershed moment is? Because I thought I knew, and then I was like, well, I wonder what the fuck that actually is. Do you know what a watershed moment is? You know what that means?
As much as I'd love
because
to.
I got the definition. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm telling you right now. I thought I knew, and I think I got the idea, but I did not know completely of like how it, like, why is it a watershed moment? But
yeah. Feel free to elaborate, because I would just lie and say, yeah, of
guess
course.
for me. Guess for me. No, but like guess. Like what do you think the watershed moment is? This was a watershed moment. And like she said it with conviction. She said it with a little bit of like drama. So like just through context.
What, an emotional dump?
Okay, close. Like more so like pivotal, you know. So essentially a watershed moment is equivalent to a turning point, a moment where things clearly change direction. And the way they got that definition from was it's called watershed because in geography, a watershed is the ridgeline on a mountain where rain on one side flows into one river system and on the other side into a different one. So it's essentially a fork in the road. So she's saying Ben Shapiro came to his fork in the road here and chose the wrong path. Now, this was his
and
watershed moment.
I would agree with that. See, I can agree with Candace Owens. Oh, and I saw, look.
There are some things I'm going to point out, too, that I feel like she is giving herself that way out because she never accused anything. She just used implication. Yet she was just mad at Ben Shapiro for, quote unquote, insinuating something that he didn't insinuate. So,
yeah.
like, it is all over the place.
Okay, Corgie's mom, why do Jewish people spit on Christians? Look, I I was raised with Jewish family. My grandma was like my second mother. She was there for such a large portion of my life. And amongst that family part of my own, never have I heard or seen any of my Jewish relatives spit on or talk in a negative manner about a Christian. That may be anecdotal, but I'm just telling you. And I saw somebody say, down with Israel. You are more than welcome to have that opinion, and I will vehemently disagree. I think they are necessary to be there and to have the fight that...
Who else do we have in the Middle East?
Precisely. You want an unhinged Palestine? Do you want the Islamic countries to
that's on our
unite
side.
together?
I mean, come on, guys. Come on. Be a little realistic here. I'm not saying we got to fall in love with them, but somebody is on our side. You know, they got our back here a little bit. Let's keep going. The more Candace Owens say, we're about halfway through.
Against Megyn Kelly by lying about what I said and then forcing her to react to the evil of what I never said. Here's what Ben said.
We're in a business where people comment on what we say publicly. Again, this is why I think you and I differ on our angle with regard to, for example, Candace Owens. I think that what Candace Owens is doing right now is evil. It is evil what she is doing right now. Okay, and I say that again.
But what? Because I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
They're actually getting into a little bit. Ben Shapiro and Megyn. They're getting a little feisty with each other.
He's trying to put her up against the proverbial wall here.
Tell me why it is your business. I would love to know why. Why is it your business? Come on, I'd love to know why.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if
I love that. I'm not the mother of the internet, Ben. That's why it's not my business.
Perfect response, and this is dirty pool on Ben Shapiro's part.
Yeah, it definitely is a little. He's playing a little low ball here. Kind of,
playing dirty.
Took her off guard. But dirty, kind of like to me, dirty always meant cheating. And this was like he didn't go to the cheating route, but he took her off guard to where it was like even like a low blow is cheating. So I don't know. I just don't consider it cheating, but it's like it's a lower tactic to use to be like, this is your friend, and then you're gonna fucking take him for a ride on this journey real quick. I don't necessarily think it's cheating, but it's like, you didn't prepare me for this. You intentionally want to make me look bad.
Right. And I just don't think this served his cause any by doing this to Megyn Kelly.
I got you. I concur.
But what? Because I didn't opine on whether it's evil or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And
why is it? But I have a question. Why is it none of your business? I mean, you comment on these things for a living.
I'm not mother of the internet.
No, but if this were on the left and somebody were accusing Charlie Kirk of his wife having murdered him, I assume that you would be talking about it.
Is that what Candace is accusing Erica of?
Yes.
Of murdering her own husband?
She's accusing TP.
So there he goes. There's his accusation. And there are a lot of, if you look on X, and I'm not going to say I'm guilty of it, but in the beginning, I was guilty of being like, oh, look what everybody's saying. She's had to have said that. And I've scoured it. I've scoured everything I could find on that thing. She's never said that. She's never directly said Candace is involved. Candace has never said Erica Kirk murdered or was involved with the Charlie Kirk thing. But here's my best way to frame this as what she has said. And this will go against her feelings of Ben Shapiro insinuating something. It's like, listen, you kind of do the same thing, okay? Here's what she has not done or said, okay? Not once has she said in the literal claim that Erica Kirk was involved. Not once has she said in the literal sense that Erica Kirk helped plan it. Not once has she ever said, accused, or heavily said Erica Kirk was part of the conspiracy, okay? But
she did insinuate that she was a plant.
She has repeatedly pushed that the idea that there is more to the story. She keeps saying that people close to him know more than what they're saying. She says some people in his inner circle are behaving suspiciously, and she says certain people around Charlie are staying quiet. And specifically on video record, she has asked and singled out Erica Kirk and has said, why isn't she asking more questions? she was kind of in that lane. Like, why isn't Erica Kirk more intrigued? And this is all through implication, through insinuation. So she's created an environment where her audience can connect those dots emotionally without her ever explicitly connecting them herself. Like Candace Owens has rhetorically framed Erica Kirk's behavior in a way that could lead some viewers to suspect she's part of something, even though Owens has never directly accused her. Just like what she did and how she just implied Ben Shapiro said Tucker Carlson said positive things about Zoran. He never did. He never did.
Both parties guilty on implication or outright being disingenuous. But yeah, I mean, all that's on point. That's nail on the head.
It just leaves it open to interpretation, and that's where I don't know where to draw the line. And like, well, how much is someone to quote blame for people to coming to this conclusion, quote themselves, or have you led them down there with like, 10 out of 11 implications. So then all they got to do is make one more small leap to come to that conclusion. Or like, are you genuinely just asking questions because you don't know? It's a really hard, it's a really blurred line in my opinion.
Yeah. And there may be a percentage of one more than the other. There's, yet another Luis Vasquez. Hush on Candace, mind your neck. It's fans like you that do no service for the people you support, by the way, if there's any inference there.
Did he say that, or
violence.
did you say that?
No, he said that.
He said there's no service that fans like you do?
He said, Lewis said, hush on Candace, mind your neck. That's what he...
No, Lewis, mind your neck. How dare you, sir?
Exactly.
Mind your neck. Mind your neck, okay? Your neck should be minded just as well as our neck should be. All right, we are both allowed to unmind our neck, sir, if you don't mind. Eli, I got to do something really quick again, and then we'll get back to playing. Sorry. Go ahead. Give it to him. Give it to him. Let me see if I can get you on full. You know what? I can't. I'm not going to ruin it.
All right, so it's all right.
Unless you want this. Unless you want that full of a screen on you.
Do it up, man. Do it up.
Is that okay with you? Like you see how much you're on there?
I do.
Okay.
All right. So Abigail, point to you. She, Candace, literally said she'd stop if Erica told her to. That, you know what? I think that's a lovely thing right there, because what is something? Because I think it's very popular in certain fringes or areas of the conservative base right now to really go at Erica Kirk. I personally think it's deplorable, but I cannot stomp on anybody else's freedom to do what they wish to, right? America and all that. Erica Kirk is also the person that has publicly stated with a vengeance she wants the whole case to be as public as possible. Cameras in the courtrooms. You could say that's just a ploy. That's just for her to, get a better optic or something. No, I think she is sincere in wanting answers. Her heart is broken no matter what you want to project or perceive. I know the story about, when she met Charlie Kirk and how that all happened. I've heard the conspiracies that this was some masterminded psyop started by Israel because they met in Israel. Look, the burden of proof in that account would be on anybody with that claim. I am a half and half Candace Owens fan. But when it comes to her constantly framing things as I'm only implying and I'm only asking questions, I just wish she would be firm on what she really stands on. I do also believe that she is absolutely winning the PR war in the conservative base when it comes to her versus, say, somebody like Ben Shapiro. I don't want him. I don't think I'm the type of person he's representing.
Bro.
But those people, whoever they are, they need someone better than Ben Shapiro. Again, I say. Erica, guilty as sin. Well, I'd ask you, KJ Spun, you prove that to us. You can call in, make the case. I've read as much as anybody else. What is Apache? A groiper. Oh, I love this terminology. No, but you know what? You can think whatever you'd like, or you can even engage and speak with us.
You ever been mad at your pee before? I'm not meaning to derail the conversation, but you ever like I'm trying to get back to the show, and like I counted this time for you guys. I took a 50-second pee. That's how much pee I had, right? So I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right already. I'm like yelling at myself, like, what the fuck? Hurry the fuck up. And like I'm like only 25 seconds into this. And then I got 25 more seconds to go. That's craziness. Like, I feel like there's a little anger issues there too that I need to address to be that mad at.
I think
P.
you could go for a second circumcision, personally.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
On with the stuff. Keep going.
USA insiders and other members of the right wing, including Seth Dillon, of being involved in the murder of Charlie Kirk. Yes.
It's just, I don't even know how to respond to it because it just never happened. It's so crazy. He's not even anywhere near what's happened. Anybody who's watched this show, I actually was getting flack from my audience for not covering Erica's past or speaking about her parents. I said she gave one of the most consequential speeches, and I have focused my investigation on Turning Point USA and why they're telling certain lies. Seth Dillon, I told the truth that Seth Dillon lied about the Hamptons meeting and that he was pressuring Charlie about the topic of Israel. I never once accused Seth Dillon of murdering Charlie Kirk.
That's what she's okay. So here's the thing she's doing again. It's not like, and a lot of people who watch her, they can repeat this. No, she's never accused that. It's like, damn it. We're not saying she accused them of that, but like there's this weird line again of like this implication shit. And look
She
how.
certainly.
Sorry. No, you go.
Look, there's a stupid analogy I'm forming in my mind, right? It's like you're a hunter out there and you're baiting, the whatever your prey is, right? You're laying out all this feed constantly. You're luring them in, and it's like if they finally reach to you and they get too close to you, and you as the hunter for the prey, you suddenly back off. Like that would make no sense. Like she, to me, is that hunter that's just laying out the feed, and people keep on grabbing it as fast as they can. But at the end of the day, it's just that. It's just leaving chicken feed out for people to feed on.
Look how she's described and spoken about Seth Dillon before. Okay, just like look at like we're gonna lead up here, and this is not necessarily everything surrounding Charlie Kirk. This is just leading up. This is episodes of her just like, talking about Seth Dillon and her real feelings about him. And just like, look how she describes him.
And Seth Dillon, who is normally very quick with a response, has not yet been able to respond. I'll show you this text message chain. This is me out to Seth Dillon last night. I sent him Bill Ackman's tweet because, he tweeted, I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man. I said, any comment on this one, Seth? He didn't answer last night. This morning I said, need a comment
This
ASAP,
is actually the wrong video.
please. He didn't answer.
Oh, well.
Because he's such a bad person.
Already
Seth Dillon.
creating a framework.
There we go.
He is the Judas at your table.
He's the Judas at your table. And what did Judas do to Jesus?
Pretty famous on that one.
He got him what?
Judas, 30 pieces of
Got
silver.
Jesus.
Got
Jesus taken out. He got Jesus killed. Unalived.
Yeah.
He's the Judas at your table. What's the implication there?
Precisely.
And she's not necessarily talking about Charlie Kirk and him in this moment, but she's just describing the type of person that she feels Seth Dillon is, the type of person to do stuff like this.
And with this context, to even call somebody Judas, I mean, that's a strong implication. God, it's exhausting. As I was saying when you were yelling at your stinky urine or whatever.
My wiener? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I apologize.
precisely.
I apologize.
I wish she would just firmly
It's not stinky, by the way. I don't like that you said that. I don't like you added that adjective. It's not stinky.
Well, somebody else in the chat did, and I stole it and made it my own.
How dare you, somebody else in the chat? How dare you?
But I wish she would just come out and say, this is what I firmly believe, and not leave any room for interpretation, confusion, or whatever, and not be able to hide behind that veil of only asking questions, or I didn't actually say this.
But that's how she just gets away with her stuff, and it's hard to like. I was trying to get that point across to somebody here, And it's hard to do that because you have to go through you have to put it in that context to when she was talking about it. It's like, well, I have to play you all the times where that implication was made, where if you've watched it, if you've been kind of paying attention to what she's been doing, and a lot of people claim they have, it's like, how can you not gather that is a possible implication from what she's leaving so open-ended sometimes? And people just don't see it. She's being coy.
Yeah,
whatever. Maybe it was Israel. I don't know. Maybe it was Trump. I don't know. God.
Oh my God, we got in all caps. Why should she follow your rules? Hey, look,
whose rules?
We're calling everybody out here. Shapiro, Candace, Fuente, anybody that's on the political spectrum and table. We're calling them all out. You can sit there and say weird shit like that, like we're attacking your cult mother, or you could, talk to us.
It's not
phone
our
line
rules.
will be open.
You know what? It's open now. Go ahead. 954-546-3455. Talk about our rules. 954-546-3455. Give the show a call. We'll keep continuing.
A bad person, Seth Dillon, he's deceitful. He is the Judas at your table. He'll break bread with you, come to your house, and feel nothing when he stabs you in the back. Him and Joel Berry have been so deranged in their pro-Israel commentary. Like, they literally applaud when I genuinely think that these people smile when Palestinian children die. And you presented yourself as like the funny, nice guy.
Look at that.
You're anything but.
I genuinely think he smiles when Palestinian children die.
That's really strong. We're beyond implication here.
And so, the idea now that then she says Charlie Kirk was there, he's part of the, or Seth Dillon was there in that one meeting with Bill Ackman, what else is one to take from this? Where you're like, yeah, he doesn't care if Charlie dies or lives, especially if Charlie's not pro-Israel. What else is the implication there?
Josh, do you want to answer this one? Here's and we've seen it so often.
Go ahead. What do we
How
got?
dare people ask questions, huh, boys? LMAO.
That's such a cop-out. It's such a cop-out. Nobody, tell me one question we were mad at her asking. We're talking about the implications and the possible repercussions of what she's trying to imply. It's not, dude, nobody's mad at people asking questions. We're more so mad at the idea of people can hide behind the trope of, I was just asking questions. You honestly think people don't do that? Then we got nothing for you. If you don't think people hide behind the idea of, I'll make this, and this implication, but then I'll just say, I never accused them. I was just asking a question. That's a thing. That's
and how often have you heard that? And would you call it out on the other side? You know what I mean?
Of course they would. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they call it out on the other side? All right, let's keep going a little bit more with this video. Quick reminder, please feel free, because sometimes we deal with that YouTube suppression. Drop a thumbs up. We are not going anywhere, folks. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to catch us. We try to get on at least 2-3 times a week, and we rely on you and your engagement. God bless y'all. The minimum is 2. The goal is more than 2. How about that? But the minimum we try to get on, we have a schedule that we try to hit. Well, not a schedule, but we have certain days: a Tuesday, a Thursday, or a Saturday, which is kind of nice because it's close to a Monday, Wednesday, Friday type vibe, but just one day removed: Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. But we usually hit 2 out of the 3.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. This is the last bait I'm taking from Kevin.
Bait, go away! I'm baiting.
Worry about that once it's proven. Charlie said to keep asking questions or we lose the ability. Grow up. You should.
Dude, nobody's mad at people asking questions. What the fuck is going on? Don't you see the difference? We're just saying, are the implications you're making a little too, and again, that sounds weird. A little too much? You can't have free speech? I'm just saying, I don't know really how else how to put it. It's a good point. It's a good counter. I don't know how to counter their point. What, she can't ask questions, and that's the whole point of how she phrases it.
We can't at least share our opinions on what she does, or
we can't ask questions about her questions.
If you are that territorial of somebody that you ascribe to, look up to, maybe you're too invested You know, maybe you're too blinded by the whole sides of this shit show. Anyway.
Like, you know, you're quite sinister. And we all kind of fell for it for a little bit because I'm just the guy who does satire. No, you are like a totally deranged, angry individual who would literally break bread with anyone and then stab them in the back. He's genuinely a bad person. I will again put it out there. Seth, I am inviting you guys. I will give you my platform, actually, to come clear matters up and tell us what really happened.
Okay, but so the whole point of that little clip was just her not talking kindly of Seth Dillon, but yet saying, I don't know.
I never said anything.
No, like, not that I never said she never implied, again, this is how she can get away with it, and this is where people can argue, but she never implied or never accused directly Seth Dillon of having anything or having direct involvement with the unaliving of Charlie Kirk, but how she has spoken about Seth in prior episodes, and then the implication of him being in that infamous meeting with Bill Ackman, like, there is an implication there that one can form that she doesn't do anything to say, no, that's not what I was implying, and it's not her job to do that either. I understand that, but like, if you're trying to be clear and concise about something, I feel like that's what you would do at the very least. Am I wrong?
No, not at all. I'm leaving the bait alone. The only thing I want to say,
give the bait.
We have, all right.
Go away.
How can you two pick her apart? She's number one in all caps, for a reason in all caps. Oh, but there's more caps. Maybe we want her to imply.
Okay.
Ever think about that?
So here's the problem with why doesn't the
vote for her.
Why doesn't the username show up? That's so annoying. Here's the problem.
You got it. It's at the bottom of the comment.
Oh yeah, KJ Spun 1021. KJ, listen. The problem is, how can you two pick her apart? She's number one. Number one for a reason. She's number one for like a week right now. She's not the number one podcast of all time. It's like the Billboard charts, and that's perfectly fine. She's gotten a lot of attention. She's gotten a lot of views. She deserves to hit this accolade, no doubt about it. But let's not stretch right now in any terms that she is the number one podcast of all time. She's just charting right now, to put it in music terms, and it's not a shot on her.
If it makes you feel any better, Mr. Spun, I actually thought she was as number one as she's purported to be, and she is for the time being. And all the flowers to her. I applaud her success. She's doing the thing, man.
It's one website called Podscribe that makes these calculations, okay? And they're like, yeah, look at her. She hit number one this week, and she's like, I'm the number one podcast of all time. It's like, well, no, not really. But you are right now, which is good in and of itself, which is you cannot laugh at that. You cannot make fun of that. You literally beat out a lot of people currently right now, but the real thing is in longevity and like, what can you do but right now, dude, 100%. You did earn that top spot globally, but that's for right now. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's like the Billboard charts, right?
For sure. That's it. That's all we're saying.
Here's this clip right here. This clip I thought was very interesting. She's about to go on to say, the interesting thing about this whole clip about Ben Shapiro talking about Tucker Carlson and saying these things about him is that that Tucker is lying through his teeth. And I really do feel like she really wanted to say he's lying through his Jew teeth. You know what I mean? Like, I really get that idea. She wanted to add the extra adjective in there.
I'm just waiting for when she slips up. Yeah.
She will.
The least interesting part of this is the fact that he's lying through his teeth. That's implied. He's
his fucking Jew teeth. That's what I feel like. That's what she wanted to do. Like, no, I'm not anti. Dude, I love the Jewish people, but he was fucking lying through his Jew teeth.
God, you went beat red there.
I know. I'm trying. Like, how you try to rush all the blood to your face, like,
Dear God, son.
you
This is disturbing.
That's how mad she's getting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for her to go on a diatribe about Jew noses.
I'll be right back. I have to pass out.
Yeah, there it goes.
Finest.
Oh,
but there's a lot more that's
good one. We got a good one. Using Candace for your content while trying to undermine her, holding her to account and just sharing our opinions, man. Hey, you know what? Go ahead, throw your stones. It's okay. She's a part of our docket. Absolutely right.
I will never, ever, ever steer away from comments that are incorrect. I'll take an incorrect comment all day. That's no problem. You like that's how you feel. That's no problem. You can be wrong. We respect people who are wrong. It's no problem.
We love people that are wrong.
Yes, we do love it. So no problem. We appreciate that. We will keep going with our correct critique of Candace, if you don't mind.
And it's important that we do it. The least interesting part of this is the fact that he's lying through his teeth. That's implied he's a Zionist. But there's a lot more that's happening that
Ooh. She loves that word. She's a big fan of that Z word, Zionist.
Oh. I think she is in parts responsible for it being used ad nauseum at present. And again, all props to her if that is the agenda here. Great job. Look, I agree with her when it comes to Israel. It should not be in the position it is, getting all of the support and funding endlessly and blindly. But when it comes to everything else, just call it for what it is.
It's so simple to be like, yes, I agree with this. I disagree with this. But for some people, for whatever reason, because they're married to their political opinion, they're like, my opinion is my life. They cannot, disagree and or agree with something, that goes against them or that counters their argument. Like it's against me. Like we can sit here and critique Candace, but then in the next sentence or two, we're like, but I agree with this part. Yes.
Here, we got a super chat, and it's a critique. God bless you. C. Babble Jack. Why are you adding words? Can you guys make an actual point and not just make up fallacies? I am not a Candace fan, but you guys are weird. I don't know how we're gonna live that.
What words are we adding? That's so listen, we appreciate the $5. C.
Applejack.
C. Bapplejack 5997. But just because you type words doesn't mean your words are correct either. Because I'm not sure what words you're accusing us that we've added, but we've added no such words. We're just listening to what she's saying.
We're just implying.
We're just insinuating, like she likes to say that other people do about her, but then she can do about Ben Shapiro. Gotcha.
Yeah. Reminder, we agree with things that she states. Some things we do not. Period.
Certain lies. Seth Dillon, I told the truth that Seth Dillon lied about the Hamptons meeting and that he was pressuring Charlie about the topic of Israel. I never once accused Seth Dillon of murdering Charlie Kirk.
No, again, nobody said that, and that's why we played the whole Seth Dillon thing. It's in her implications how she views Seth Dillon as a bad person, and through her text messages that she sent him that he, quote, didn't reply to, that one would infer, if you're a big Candace Owens fan, that he had something to do with it. Not that he was the guy. Like, you see how she is very clear on what she's denying. I never said he, unalive Charlie. We're not necessarily saying that either. We're saying that you're implying he had something to do with it. And she did not defend that fact. She just said it's a typical politician thing. I just defended that thing. And now, you said you never accused him of unaliving Charlie Kirk, but we were saying that you were implying he had something to do with it, though. She's like, oh, well, that's for a different episode.
Here, we got a return chat comment from the great Seb Applejack. You guys add Jews like a talking point from the Daily Wire. I have yet to see her mention Jews. She is just stating Israel. Look, how many times do I have to re-clarify? We are all on the same page. My opinion and Candace Owens are the same about Israel in terms of, America needs to be put first, period, end of story. But where she goes with, Israel is like subverting and in control of everything. I just need more evidence. I know it's a popular thing to believe. To me, the devil's in the details, and that's it. That's it. She likes the Z word though, right? Zionist, Zionist, Zionist.
I feel like that's just an improper statement to say that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with Seb Apple at all. I don't. You guys add Jews like talking point from the Daily Wire. She has not. She's talking about Israel. She's talking about Zionism. What does Zionism mean? You know, like, I mean, both of us are not Jewish, but we can clearly see the thing that grinds her gears. So like that's what I mean. Like, we're not really talking at base level here when you can look at what she's saying and not at the very least understand why some people are inferring from her broadness where she does never really tighten it up, where people are inferring that, you know, she does have an issue with the Jewish people. It's always about Zionism this and Israel that, but there's no clarification that they're, you know, and how would you clarify? Oh, but, you know, I agree some Jews are cool. You wouldn't sound good either. So, like, what am I missing where I'm seeing something else and that person just commented that she has nothing to do or nothing against the Jews? Like where's the disconnect there, Eli? Like, what do you feel on that? Because I'm confused.
Well,
I'm confused.
At this point, and
I'm very confused right now.
I'm confuzzled myself. Seb coming back with another. If your opinion is the same, then you don't need to add. Okay, all right. You guys added that Israel is a nation. Zionism isn't Jewish. Jewish. Got you. Now feel free, sir. You can call us. The number's right there. We can have a civil conversation, and that's that. Like, I don't understand.
But that Jew, like, Zionism and Israel are synonymous with Jewish people. I don't understand the disconnect
versus
there.
American Jews. That's a distinction I did my best to make.
But how is Zionism not Jewish?
Well,
because remember, like, we went over this with Lori, and Lori was talking about how Zionism actually started before the 40s, somewhere in like the early 1900s, and one of our biggest 1800s, and one of our biggest questions, well, then Zionism meant like a place. We figured out the place was Israel, Israelite, stuff like that. But like, then how did they know in the late 1800s where Zion was going to be? If you know what I mean, like, there was a lot of. So I would love for C. Bapple to give us a little more schooling, because Lori kind of quit on us. She kind of gave up real quick.
Yeah, she did get a bit upset, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going with this a little bit.
Yeah.
So what's he actually doing here, right? Obviously, there's a lot of layers that we should peel back, and it's important that we do it. The least interesting part of this is the fact that he's lying through his teeth. That's implied he's a Zionist. But there's a lot more that's happening that means...
What's up?
I'm telling Seb the number's up there. He said, where's the number? At the top.
954-546-3455. 954-546-3455. Right above Eli's head. You see it right there. Right there. Right above him, my good sir. Right above him, my good sir. Unless people can't see it on their vertical. Hopefully they can.
Yeah. Top of page, huh? People see it.
During a live streamed conversation with you lied. She gave one of the most consequential speeches, and I have focused my investigation on Turning Point USA.
Or not, but my position is it's really none of my business. And Erica of
USA, and why they're telling certain lies. Seth Dillon, I told the truth that Seth Dillon lied about the Hamptons meeting and that he was pushing. All
right, let's get it. Let's be nice. Let's be cordial.
Of course, absolutely.
CEB Applejack.
All right.
CEB Applejack, welcome to the Stuck in the Middle program, my friend. How are you on this fine night of Saturday?
Salute, my people. I do want to
salute, sir.
Extend that this. I'm not here to try to disrespect or talk down anybody. I just fundamentally disagree with the idea of just because you're conflating Zionists and Israel does not mean that you're speaking against Jewish people.
Okay. Well, the floor is yours, sir. If you could go ahead and explain to us how, if you're against Zionism, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're against the Jewish people. You're just maybe necessarily against their fight for Israel or something like that. But you'll do better than I.
Zionism in itself is the idea that Jewish that there is a Jewish state and Jewish people are supremely better than any other person. You cannot create a Jewish state without having it be an ethno-state. This is something that with black people, with Asians, with anybody else, we'll sit there and be like, oh, that's racist. But then we can conflate it and say this is Judaism. Judaism is a religion. Israel is a nation. Zionism is an ideology. They're not the same. And when you're speaking on what Zionism is, most of these people are secular. They don't believe in the Bible unless it pushes into their idea of, hey, this land is ours because God said so, which doesn't make any sense anyway, because these are people that came from Europe.
See, Bapple, may I ask you a question?
Ashkenazis.
Let me ask you a question. So one of the big tenets of Zionism is that the movement supports the right of the Jewish people for self-determination and a homeland in their ancestral land or the end of Israel. So at the core, Zionism is the belief that Jews, like other people, have the right to live in the safety, dignity, and sovereignty in a nation of their own.
Do the people of the land that they took not have the right of self-determination? Does the idea of just because Jews should deserve a land of their own, that people whose land, which they lied in because they said it's a land without people for a people without land, but there was plenty of people there. They kicked plenty of people out.
So where's your thoughts on America? Where's your thoughts on America?
Self-determination of Jews. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Let me just finish this real quick.
You can.
So what you're telling me is that the self-determination of Jews to have a land is far greater than the people who have been living there for decades and decades beforehand, before this push. And we also have to remember that when it comes to Zionism, when we're speaking about when they were choosing a land, there was plenty of other lands first that they were choosing. They just decided to move over to what is commonly referred to as Palestine now. But they were talking about being in Africa,
right?
In South America.
What about the Native Americans in America, Apple? Like, as far as how America formed. What about the Native Americans in America, as far as how American came to formation? Do we have a right to be here right now?
Do we have a right?
Well, just like the Jewish people, you know, essentially, in your view, maybe took it from the Palestine people or something like that. You know, the American,
Zionists, not the Jewish people.
The Zionists, correct. The Zionists took it from the Palestine people. Do the Americans have that same right to take it from the Native American people? Like, what would be the difference in your opinion there?
There is no difference, in my opinion.
Okay.
But there's a huge change where we have us forcing this to go on, not them forcing it to go on. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
kinda. Can you explain it a little better, maybe? Can you just expound a little more?
Let me try to rephrase it.
Yeah.
Let me try to rephrase it. We took this land from the Native Americans, correct?
Yeah, through war and battles, right?
Okay, so how are they taking it when we're the ones who fund and push and create and make this, like, this is a Western project. It's a Western project that we're forcing onto other people.
Israel.
And the difference between the Native Americans then and the Zionists now is that we now have a better understanding of the world. We look at things differently. We act differently. There's supposed to be norms and laws that we're supposed to follow, international laws, and we don't do that. We pick and choose who's a terrorist and who isn't. We pick and choose who's committing war crimes and who doesn't. When we kill a million people in Iraq or in Afghanistan, oh no, that's not a war crime. But if Russia does it, automatically they're committing genocide. But then we talk about Israel, and they can literally tell you to their face, "Hey, yeah, we're going to do collective punishment." But we're not. There's plenty of food there. They're eating. It's just Hamas, Hamas, Hamas. Do we not have any moral standing of what's going on? Do we not is it just right that because they don't have what we have, they don't have the power, the strength, the military might, that we can just push them off and massacre them and take all of their land and say, hey, no, these guys are terrorists?
I'm hoping this is an area, real quick, CEB, where you and I find an agreement here. I am 100% against Israel and Netanyahu's aggressive expansion. I am not a fan of that, nor is my father, who is, we are far back enough of Jewish heritage. He is a Christian. I am a Christian, though. We don't want it. We find it unnecessary. Also, though,
okay,
I'd like to point out
salute
within
that,
Israel,
also another,
one last thing, please. Within Israel, we do have areas inside where the coexistence is fruitful. They live, the Arabs and the Israelis are living without issue. It is outside the bounds of Israel where it seems the conflict goes a bit unhinged.
All right, I'm a journalist. Okay. I've been to Israel. I've been to the Gaza Strip before 2023.
Not a lot of people are allowed there right now, right? Because like Israel's being like very protective.
Now I'm talking about before 2023.
No. Yeah, right. I'm just saying, like, in general, like right now, like journals, like for whatever reason, they're not allowed to go there right now. It's kind of like all like secretive.
No,
and
if you're a journalist out there, you get murdered. Right. We've had American journalists that were there that were killed.
Jeez.
Palestinian journalists killed by the masses, but we don't care as long as Israel's the one that's doing the killing. And when I state that I'm a journalist, I mean, yeah, there are Arabs that live there, but they're still second-class citizens. I've witnessed this. I've witnessed them.
What do you mean by second-class citizens? What do you mean by second-class citizens?
I mean by second-class citizens as in, unless they play by a certain law and rule, they do not get the same. They're less than if you are an Israeli. If you're an Arab, you're less than in Israel.
So you're saying that's how Israel views certain people if they don't abide by like a certain way of culture.
Can I offer an anecdote?
If they don't abide by a certain way of culture, but if they do not, I want to say, how exactly?
Like there is no redemption for them, regardless of what they try.
No, it's like they are not as good because they are not. They are Arab.
Right, and they will never be like there's nothing they can do to correct that fault.
Here, this is I have to.
No, you can't. You're born Jewish. They don't.
Right, that's what I'm saying though. That's what I'm okay.
Doesn't go out there and convert people.
Eli's got something to say.
I do have a close friend that was in Israel not that long ago, and this is anecdotal that can be argued, but we were in touch. She sent me a lot of pictures and video. She was in the district or the area where both the Arabs, the Palestinians, and the Israelis were living and partying. I mean, she's got best friends over there sending me emails.
Oh, yeah, I don't deny that. I don't deny. I'm not saying that.
So the second-class citizen
in
thing,
Israel are
I would just have to do
like
my due
Arabs
diligence
in Gaza. That's not what I'm stating. I'm stating that they are not as okay.
Like they're not valued. Like they're looked less upon.
The value
they're looked down
they're
upon.
not as valued as that higher.
They don't live less than, but their value and their opinion is not worth.
They kind of live less than too. I mean, for the longest, there's roads that they can't even walk up because they're not Jewish.
This is where I'd like to do my own due diligence. I'd even like to like to go as far as
you're blowing Eli's mind
offering-
right now.
I'd like to offer you, if you're interested, we love having guests, especially with your background. If you are ever interested, I'd love to extend an email to where we can touch base and perhaps schedule where you can actually join us on an episode.
Without question, I've written for Human Rights Watch. I've written for. I used to be part of TYT until my fallout with Cenk Uygur. I've worked with Hardlens Media, with Revolutionary Blackout Media. I've had plenty of episodes with them, with Misty Winston. I'm on X. I call it Twitter still, but Elon doesn't like that anymore.
Well,
we'll forgive you that.
Give an email to progressivepatriot44@gmail.com and/or stuckinthemiddleshow@gmail.com, and maybe we can set something up. If you are a member, one of the first, I think it was like the 4th, 5th, or 6th show, we did a big conspiracy show, and one of the guys that I still know through the smoke shop I had, was very big into like anti-Holocaust stuff. Like, the Jewish people were, they're a detriment to society. He was a wild guy to talk to and just to hear his take on things. So I'm not saying that's how you are, CBAP. I'm just saying like we've had something like that before, but we're always interested in having more on that talk with a different type of person. So if you got that,
definitely
hit one of those emails up.
I try not to speak without having at least what I view as strong circumstantial evidence, at least.
Okay.
But
we'll talk.
I do want to reiterate, I'm not a person who believes that Israel shouldn't be a state. I think I'm more aligned with a two-state solution. I just don't think that that's possible. Everybody tries to just blame the Likud party and Netanyahu's administration, but this is something that's been bred in Herzog.
Dude,
literally,
like the two religions just don't like each other. It's
not so. I mean, if we grabbed a bunch of Haitian migrants, right, and they just started taking over parts of our land and calling it theirs, and then forcing people out of their homes, we're not going to like them either. It's not. It has nothing to do with two people disliking each other. It has to do with injustices. And when an injustice happens, you're going to have the people who had the injustice done to them want to fight back. Some people call Hamas a terrorist. Other people call Hamas freedom fighters. I'm not pro Hamas. I just think that the Palestinian people deserve some form of
And what do the Jewish people deserve? Because a lot of Palestinian people,
they don't deserve all of the land.
I'm not saying they do. I'm just asking what they deserve, because I know a lot of the Jewish people in that area in totality, they don't have their own Jewish state. So where do the Jewish people fit in that equation where we can give them?
They live in the United States.
No, but that's not
all around. Nobody deserves a fully ethno state. That is not something that's moral at all. There is no way.
So you think Jewish people came from the U.S.?
A full Christian state, or a full Jewish state, or a full Muslim state? No, what we need is.
But there are full Muslim states, and there are
unalienable rights given to them by God, and then governments which are designed to defend and protect those people for those unalienable rights.
But there are full Muslim states where they don't like Jewish people. Like, why in that area can't a Jewish person have their?
This is apples and oranges. We're not sitting here saying, oh well, this government created Iran as a Muslim state. No, those are the people that have taken over and governed. We can deal with that on our own time, but we have our own people to deal with, and instead we're following under whatever the hell Israel wants, and literally all of the Western world is forcing this on these people.
CC Apple, like, you've been very coherent thus far, and you've been very respectful thus far. So I just want you to know I'm retorting to you with the same respect, and I'm not being facetious or anything like that, or my normal self.
Definitely,
I'm just asking you. Then where in that response in that area, where both books, if you're religious, they both talk about a homeland in a certain area, but where in that area are the Jewish people owed their land? Because they don't come from America.
But both books are speaking about different people. They're talking about Israelites.
But again,
not
that's
Israelis.
not my. I'm just asked. So then, just give me a land, then, though. Like, give me, if they're not deserving of that land, where should they go?
Listen. They've been the land that they call Israel now. They've been there for too long to just uproot
60
them and
years.
kick
They've
them
been
out.
there for like 80
But
years.
yeah. I'm not anti Israel being a nation. I'm anti-Israel forcing itself to try and exterminate and take over everything. Israel has its land that should belong to Israel.
Okay.
But also, Israel shouldn't be blockading all of Gaza. They shouldn't be forcing, being the people who pick and choose what money goes into it, what funds get handled, who governs Gaza. That none of that is Israel's business. And the only reason why there's so many people uprising and trying to fight against what's going on in Israel in that land is because Israel's been depressing them so much for so long.
If that is your honest stance, I think a lot of people do agree with that, Eli. I'm sorry, real quick, but I do think a lot of people agree with you in the sense that, if you do agree that Israel is deserving of what they have, but we're all just fighting against essentially expansion, then I think everybody kind of agrees with that. Eli, where do you stand on that whole idea? Because I don't think, are we wrong, Apple? Did you just agree that Israel is deserving of what they have? Because this whole time I thought you weren't, but now you just said that.
I'm not a person who thinks that Israel should be wiped off the map. I'm not a person that's anti Israel as a nation. I just think that they should just be Israel should be for Israelis. They shouldn't be pushing on and bombing 7 different countries. They shouldn't be forcing themselves to take all of Gaza and the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. They shouldn't be forcing them. They've already taken the majority of that land from those people.
Yeah,
what
look,
more
I think
do they need?
we're in
They're
more
already
agreement than we
blockading
are.
them and forcing them to not be able to find their own self-determination. Like people say, oh, well, they voted in Hamas. Those people did not vote in Hamas. 50% of them are below the age of 18. And even then, even if they voted in Hamas, that is not for us to say. Hamas isn't just their whole life being is, oh, we're going to destroy the Jewish state. With what? With what? We're witnessing what they have to defend themselves. They don't have anything.
Well, look, the blood has been spilled on both sides. I understand overkill has been famously put on Israel because they got the bigger toys, the money, and the civilization and all that. And I'm not saying that it's uncivilized on the outside either. But we agree more than we disagree on a lot of things you've said. What I want to add also is I subscribed to your page, and I left the email that I hope you do reach out to us so we can get you.
Bapple, we gotta let you go, dude. Thank you very much for your call. It's very nice to talk to you, and it's very nice to hear that you're not about the total elimination of Israel, but you're more about their not expanding. So that's very refreshing to hear, man. So yes, as Eli said, and as you said, God bless you, man. You have a good rest of your night.
All right, salute, brothers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bapple. Awesome, man. What a great conversation. It started off a little different than I thought, and it ended up in a more happy place. I was like, oh, okay. Did you not get the vibe that I thought we were saying Israel is non-existent anymore? Were you kind of getting that?
That's where I thought it was going to begin, and I was refreshed to learn. This is always the case. Even when it comes to people not liking who or what we're critiquing, do you see how simple it is when you leave the confines of just typing letters on a screen and you engage in discourse. This show will always have that opportunity. So please bear that in mind. We will try our best to find something in the middle. Hence the name.
Let's keep going. So this part was interesting, okay? This part was very interesting because right now, Ben Shapiro is mad at Tucker Carlson for having Nick Fuentes on, right?
Little FOMO, yeah.
Little FOMO, right? But the week, the year of, the same year and the same week that Candace got the boot from Daily Wire, the CEO,
How this thing really works.
The CEO,
Point number one that I want.
Jeremy Boring of the Daily Wire was on an X space with Nick Fuentes and was literally complimenting him, but also being, critiqueful. So it's not presented fully truthful, in my opinion, and she's going to play everything because I do believe Jeremy Boring was being honest. He's like, dude, hey, I believe you're a good commentator and a communicator, but you've been miscommunicating a lot. Like being very nice on what he's saying, what he's saying and telling him he's saying it wrong kind of thing. But we'll let Candace finish that off for us right here. Let's see.
All right.
Oh, kadogi. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's play that.
Want to make about what Ben is doing right here is just the stunning hypocrisy of it. Okay. The rules for thee and not for me. I am getting old. My memory is getting a little fuzzy, but I distinctly remember the week that I was gloriously fired from the Daily Wire. And during that week, the CEO of the Daily Wire, at the time it was Jeremy Boring, jumped onto an X space hosted by Lauren Chen and had a conversation with Nick Fuentes.
Ooh. That's a little hypocritical for Mr. Shapiro, huh? Talk to the same guy you're mad that Tucker talking to, but your boy was talking to him. That's kind of weird, right?
Just a smidge.
Oof.
Mayhaps.
Oof. And don't worry, she does, as people like to say, got the receipts. She's got both a Huffington Post article and the actual X space where the encounter occurred with the audio to boot.
Where he sang Nick Fuentes' praises and also invited him onto the Daily Wire, okay? Here's a headline because the Huffington Post remembers too. Daily Wire CEO tells white supremacist Nick Fuentes that he's talented and he's very funny. The article goes on. During a live streamed conversation with white supremacist Nick Fuentes last week, the CEO of a Daily Wire, a major right-wing media outlet, praised the prominent fascist influencer and offered only mild criticism about some of his political views, a stark difference from how he has spoken about Fuentes in the past. On March 25th, the Daily Wire CEO Jeremy Boring joined Fuentes on X for a live audio chat room. Boring told Fuentes that he listens to Fuentes' show quite often and that he thinks Fuentes is quote-unquote very funny and one of the most talented political influencers, even if he is very concerned about some of what Fuentes says. Later in the discussion, Boring said that he'd be thrilled to have Fuentes on one of the Daily Wire's shows to
She's about to double down because not only is she reading the article, but she's going to play the clip that corroborates the article, and then the clip is like, oh shit, yeah, okay, that happened.
Debate the media companies.
Hell of a receipt.
Yeah.
Popular pundits, some of whom have millions of viewers. This happened. So I want you just to remember this because I feel like people are not appreciating how hypocritical it is that he's now trying to struggle session Megyn Kelly because, he had Fuentes on the show when the Daily Wire position in 2024 was that their CEO could talk to Nick Fuentes publicly, praise Nick Fuentes publicly, and also invite Nick Fuentes onto the Daily Wire platform. We should actually.
Mind you, too, that Jeremy Boring is no longer the CEO of Daily Wire. Keep that in mind, too.
Oh, that's an important detail.
It is very important.
Take a listen to a little bit of that conversation between Jeremy Boring, then CEO of Daily Wire, and Nick Fuentes. Take a listen.
People can say, well, I don't like what you say about this and that. I don't like that guys like Shapiro will not say Christ is King, America first. I think they forfeit their ability to lead. I would never listen to somebody that can't say those things.
That's Nick.
I mean, those things are really the foundation of wisdom, which is the love of God, which, as you say, goes through the Son, as we all know, can only go through Jesus, and oikophilia, which is, your love of your home, your love of your homeland that you reside in, not some other homeland. So I just want to get that across to you. It's kind of a strange circumstance that we're talking, but that's how I feel.
And I'll say this, Nick, that I listen to your show quite often. I think you're one of the most talented people out there, and I'm very concerned about some of the things that you're saying. I wish, I think that you're a very gifted communicator, and so it's hard for me to imagine that you consistently miscommunicate some of these things. And
see how he says that?
I'll hope that I'm wrong and yield the floor back to all the people who actually came on here to talk to each other.
Like, he's not really giving him props. I mean, like, he is, but he's also saying, like, dude, you're a great communicator, but it's shocking how much you miscommunicate. He's being very like political about it.
He's saying there are things that are fundamentally wrong, and I wish you would do better. That's what I hear.
He wasn't like he did say he would have him on for like a debate, and I think we all agree that Ben Shapiro is wrong for critiquing Tucker for having somebody on for a discussion.
100%.
Like, that is crazy. It's like, just as we said, and again, I think Candace will bring it up. Ben had BB on, and he really did not press BB hard, like, you know, he was accusing Tucker of not doing to Nick Fuentes.
100%. Yeah, Ben Shapiro, you really shit the bed there, man.
Rules for thee and not for me.
Anybody want to help me out why it's now different? What could be different now that it was okay when the Daily Wire was open to doing it, and then Tucker did it, and now it's suddenly not okay? It's the worst sin.
This is one of my favorite examples of her doing that implication bullshit.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, and I just have to rewind just a little bit, but she's just doing I wonder what could be different now, and it lets you figure out. It lets you fill in the blank. Like, what is she implying? Listen.
And yield the floor back to all the people who actually came on here to talk to each other.
Anybody want to help me out why it's now different? What could be different now that it was okay when the Daily Wire was open to doing it, and then Tucker did it, and now it's suddenly not okay, and it's the worst sin that could ever happen, to speak to Nick Fuentes. Point number 2 I'm going to make here is the stunning hypocrisy.
Like, what was that? Like, see how she leaves it open like that, where her little doesn't get answered, but she's like asking for you to help her out with it.
This is that playbook I'm so familiar with, you know?
That's that thing that she does where she makes that broad implication. And look at that face right now. Like, what a horrible pause moment. Look at that demonic look in her face right now. She's like, yes, I will manipulate you.
She's an angel. How dare you?
Candace, angel demon Owens.
My new term is implication fatigue. I like Candace Owens' passion. I like her grind. I like how she will investigate things. Period.
To an extent.
But yeah, you know, absolutely. There is
to an extent.
There is the extent, of course, but aside from that, yeah, when the amount of implications, it just gets tiresome.
Yeah.
Again, okay, of him picking the topic of Charlie Kirk to pretend that he's noble, to pretend like he has to say something, even though he's lying, in defense of what's happening to Charlie Kirk's widow, when it is just a fact that Ben Shapiro did a lot of things behind the scenes to stop the rise of Charlie Kirk. It's a fact, okay?
So now she's going back to that thing where she's like, Ben Shapiro tried to stop the rise of Charlie Kirk. It's like, yeah. You know, like, again, he was doing that thing where, like, he doesn't want his opponents to win. He was doing what he could, just like he accused, like, the other thing, I forgot exactly what we were referencing earlier, but I said, remember this because we're going to talk about it again, and I forgot it. Look at that. Look at me go.
That's okay here. Real quick, I'd like to, once again, guys, I'll make this as quick and brief as possible. Absolutely, please smash the like. We do deal with suppression on YouTube at times, and
y'all are kicking ass tonight, by the way. Holy shit.
God bless you for it. Please subscribe. We will continue the conversation as long as we have breath in our lungs. And we are trying to get a little moment in history here, guys. We're currently at 2089. If we could get to 2000, I'm sorry,
2100
and what was it?
2100.
2000, yeah,
2100.
2100. I could not math, sorry. If we could do the 2100 today, that would be a milestone.
That's only 12 more, man. We got this. We got this. Everyone out there all chipping in, helping us out. We got this. 2100's right on the edge. All right? Right on the edge.
I'm praying.
All right. Let's keep going a little more, Candace.
I have literal hundreds of them pertaining to Ben, sending his YAF boys, the YAF boys, the National Review peeps that were coming after us, writing articles. The one that I showed in this little, our thumbnail here, we can show this conversation. yeah, it was a headline. Ben Shapiro's YAF launches smear campaign against Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens. Hey, Charlie, wherever you are, it's happening again. It's just a smear campaign. I don't know why, but this is what Ben does. And it is also interesting that when I was telling you that Ben called Charlie and he was lamenting the fact that Charlie and I had this friendship and warning him that he shouldn't have him, Charlie felt like Ben was like throwing down like slave owner vibes. And he was just like, he thinks I like own you or something, but I'm going to show you the text messages because otherwise you'll say it didn't happen. Here we go. This was, again, everything. Ben was going on people's shows and talking down about me and Charlie. And he said, you're bigger than Ben now. And walking into the White House yesterday, I realized that. I said, I know, he hates it. He said, we just have to treat him like noise. He wants you to punch down to him. His respect amongst movement fighters is quite low. I feel like that's relevant right now to what Ben's doing. He wants to egg on this fight because he's lost a certain bit of respect. And then Charlie goes on, you got in his head, which is terrific. The Ben thing involves me more than he wants to admit. And then we went on, and this is the same conversation. He knows that Jon Snow, he's using a Game of Thrones reference, is stronger as the dragons fly higher. And he said it pisses him off. And he's sending his incestuous brother to go try and kill us. It's worse. He views you as my slave, 100%. Control her is what he really was saying to me when he called. So this has been, and by the way, like I said, I have hundreds of these messages. And so you have.
So, I mean, that's a claim by Candace. Candace is saying, yo, Ben Shapiro views me as a slave, whatever, trying to. I don't know how true that is. That's, a little hyperbole when people kind of talk with one another. And what do you got?
All right. I'd like to add, because I was watching when this was all occurring. I'll give her that. Ben Shapiro, another example of him handling himself, conducting himself in not the best way to represent, again, a cause that he believes is more important than America. I'll even risk some hyperbole myself. Yeah, he absolutely tried to control some of the things Candace would talk about. He threw a hissy fit when she tweeted, Christ is King. And that's just... It's so stupid. If you can respect each other on the platforms of political ideology and difference of opinions, you got to have the same thing for religion, right? So that's where he falls short of representing what he thinks Judaism should.
Here's the fantastic point / counterpoint she makes that is just like, all right, I will give her mic drop moment here because of how critical Ben Shapiro is being of Tucker, and her retort here, I think, is fantastic. It is classic Candace. She's doing, this is where she shines when she does stuff like this.
Point that I'd like to make is the stunning hypocrisy again and again when you stop and you consider that he's pressing Meghan and referring to this as an evil, the thing that I never said or did. But this is the same Ben Shapiro that roots the destruction of Gaza on. He supports and congratulated Randy Fine, who has literally tweeted laughing at photos of dead Palestinian babies. But I guess Tucker Carlson speaking to Nick Fuentes is just so much worse than celebrating, and not just celebrating, interviewing a man who is committing an actual genocide. Okay?
Bibi Netanyahu.
That's not up for debate. That's what they're trying him for. Bibi Netanyahu.
It is up for debate. When she says stuff like that, it is up for debate if that's if that's Israel's real goal, if it's a genocide. It is up for debate.
I will say they're guilty of overkill, but
yeah,
with things like, what was it, October 7th, that doesn't help Gaza's hand here. They're gonna continue to get massive bloodshed and lose people if they do what they do. That's the game of war, sadly.
Who was committing a genocide, and Ben Shapiro sat down with him last month. And do you guys think he pressed Bibi Netanyahu on the point of a genocide?
Ooh, she's got him there. She really does. She has a fucking fantastic point there, and I gotta give Candace props when she's on point, and she's on point here. Ben Shapiro's mad at Tucker for not pressing Nick. She's mad at Meghan for not being more harsh to Nick. But when Ben Shapiro interviews Bibi, it's all flowers and roses. There is no really tough questions like Ben Shapiro was demanding from Meghan, was demanding from Tucker. So, where's the same standard that he applies to himself? And it seems to be not there as far as that circumstance goes.
This specific area right here is Candace Owens' slam dunk of this 1 hour episode here. By the way, guys, 8 more away to the milestone of 2100.
Help us make it there. Fight. 8 more. We got it.
God bless you all. We appreciate it.
One sub at a time. God dang it. One sub at a time.
I don't understand how you could just go out there with your hair on your chest and your chest. You're just like, yeah, how dare you? How dare you not make a comment, Megan, about Tucker Carlson? How dare you not make a comment? I care now about Charlie Kirk now that he's dead. I care about him and what's happening. Candace trying to find out who killed him. That's evil. You're lying. You lie when you have nothing left. So the question becomes, what is Ben actually doing here? Because it's certainly not principled. I think we can put that to bed. It's actually also risky behavior when it comes to Ben Shapiro. Like, he doesn't usually come out of the gate like that. And I think a couple of things are driving this unforced error.
There you go.
One, I do believe that he is actually scared of Nick Fuentes, okay? I think that fear comes from guilt. Nick's backstory, don't care what you think about him. You already know I don't like Nick Fuentes because of how he treated me. But the backstory is compelling. I learned the backstory listening to Jeremy Boring, the former CEO of Daily Wire, sit down with Nick. So I was right after I'd been fired, and I didn't know what Ben and Jeremy admitted that they did to him. And so I think if you artificially push somebody out of the market, and Ben has never come out and denied anything that Nick Fuentes has said, also
they were involved in like tricking him and like leading him on. I forget exactly, but he talked about it on PBD too. But they were like he wasn't gonna win, but they still kept him around and like let him on just to make him lose or something along those lines. I forget exactly what it is, but they had involvement with him prior.
Perchance, yeah, thank you. Perchance, did you ever see some of the Candace Owens Nick Fuentes interview?
I haven't yet.
Oh, it's entertaining.
I have to watch it. I have to watch it.
Keeping that in the chamber. Okay. That is so good.
Ooh.
And he didn't even treat her that bad. He just met her with equal force.
Right.
So, yeah, man.
He met her with her tactics. But with a different energy. It's the same tactics, but he's just with a Nick Fuentes energy, not with a Candace energy. But it's the same tactics.
She wanted to dominate, and it just didn't go entirely that way. That's all.
I have to
He
watch
defended
it.
himself.
I have to watch this. It sounds very entertaining.
Oh, it is.
Jeremy Boring didn't deny it in a conversation with him, so we have to assume the story is true. And given what I know about what happens now, I think, and what Charlie was going through, I think we can all realize that Nick was an 18-year-old kid, like he told Tucker, and now the whole world knows this story. He started asking questions about Israel, and he got artificially pushed out of the market when he had his whole life ahead of him, okay? And now, when they did this because they wanted to rid themselves of Nick Fuentes, who then became angry about it and definitively has said very offensive things on the internet. But
this part doesn't matter. Let me go a little more forward, where she talks about his influence waning, Ben Shapiro's influence. He's losing it.
Oh, wow. That's another astute point here. You know, for someone that we were breaking apart, we sure agree with some things here. Yeah. It's almost like we're impartial.
Here.
How dare you, sir? How dare you call us impartial? You know how much of a negative comment that is? Yes. Goodbye.
Fine.
In the fact that 10 years on from when Ben had this thing that happened to Nick Fuentes that he tells a story about, now Nick Fuentes is still here, and Ben's influence is waning. It just factually is.
Ooh.
Okay?
Ooh.
Another thing that's happening here, and this is on the point of Megyn Kelly and going back to the woo, making it sound like Ben's got a popular position about me.
This is interesting.
I sense that the pro-Israel lobby is on the brink of collapse. They are desperate for allies, right? And they're so desperate for allies that they're forcing them away. That's what they're doing to Megyn Kelly, right? They're showing the world right now they are willing to lie to get what they want. Ben is lying right now to get what he wants. And for whatever reason, the pro-Israel lobby believes that this repeat failed strategy of lying and threatening people is going to work. Now, you might be asking, well, how is Megyn Kelly being threatened here? This is exactly what Ben just did on stage. That is exactly the moral blackmail that Charlie was speaking about in the last days of his life, okay? Ben is morally blackmailing Megyn, right? He's sitting across from her. The threat is her reputation. He's standing there and he's saying, Candace is attacking a grieving widow and accusing her of murdering Charlie Kirk. Will you disavow this evil on the spot? And he's got these fake people going, woo, yeah. And you can see Megyn's uncomfortable because she's like, well, did she say that? Man, like maybe that is evil. Like does that happen? He doubles down. He's like, yes. She said, Seth Dillon murdered Charlie Kirk. Will you disavow this evil on the spot? That is moral blackmail. Are you a better person than to accept Candace Owens, who has attacked a grieving widow and is saying to that grieving widow that you murdered your own husband? That is moral blackmail. Now, speaking of on the spot, everything that.
What do you think?
I mean, it was a desperate move on Ben Shapiro's part, but I think maybe in his own mind, and I can only speculate, of course, from the outside in, that he was trying to at least bring to her attention or the larger mainstream's attention of the dangers of her implications. But learning that Erica Kirk is given the grace to tell her to stop, tell Candace to stop, whatever, and that there's this agreement that they have, gives me respect for Erica Kirk. Yeah, I don't know if I even answered the question accurately here, man.
Not really, but
but what do I think? I mean,
it's good. We can
Ben Shapiro. I mean, what do you think? Did Ben Shapiro, was that a sign of desperation? Was he disingenuous?
I definitely think he was disingenuous, and
Okay.
but to what extent I don't know. Meaning, was he buying into some of the hyperbole going on out there, where like other people were like, so like, if you look on X, there's a lot of people who do believe that Candace Owens, regardless of what Ben Shapiro said, there's a lot of people who do believe that Candace Owens was directly implicating Erica Kirk in the involvement, or somehow involved in the, in Charlie Kirk's assassination. So
and I'm very familiar with the many people that believe the same thing as the same result. Yes.
So was he gathering that from, just kind of feeling it out, so to speak, or did he really feel as if that's what was going on with Candace? Like that, I don't know, but it does feel like, you can't say that that's what she was directly doing. You have to use the words implication, insinuation, and he didn't. He just used, like, I think he even used accusation.
Was he pointing more at what he's calling the cause, or pointing more at the effect?
Right. He was pointing more. I think he was pointing more at the
cause.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The why.
Yeah.
Keep going.
You just saw happen here, and Megyn Kelly, I hope you see this. Truly, you guys, send this clip to her. This is really important. It is pre-planned. It is not organic. The supporters are not organic. The questions are not organic. We can pull back another layer of this onion so you can understand how vicious politics is, because it is vicious.
Hey, God bless.
You might remember.
Quick pause. Thank you, guys. Thank you, each and every one of you, for helping us with another milestone passed. We are at 2,100.
Woo!
Thank you all. We appreciate it so very much. We're all about the discourse, the conversation, and that phone line will be open 24/7 as long as we have breath in our lungs.
Y'all kick ass. Thank you so much, y'all.
Forgot. But I spoke at YWLS in 2024, right after I was fired from the Daily Wire. And a big thing happened, and we should never forget it, okay?
Check this out.
While I was heading to speak at this event, we learned, because there was an intern at the Daily Wire who had a conscience, and she felt very uncomfortable with the secret mission that she was put on, we learned that a covert mission was happening where they were sending an intern to ask me a question, okay, to get my answer on the question. And then what was going to happen next is they were going to pass around a clip, but they were going to make it look like she was just a random student. Let me show you a clip, because we found this out. I called it out on stage. Charlie intercepted. We found what her name was, and I called
honestly, this clip isn't really anything. It's just her doing the same thing but live, being like, so Alexandra, are you here? And she says the same thing pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, there's not, like, it's not incriminating, like, but obviously somehow she found out. Like, I'm just saying, it would be redundant. It would be ad nauseum if we replayed the same thing of her saying what she just said, but live again.
Got it.
Even though we kind of do that a lot, but the live doesn't add anything new to this. So
right. Yeah, no. The point is made.
Yeah, that someone was trying to set her up for some bullshit. And
got it.
She does have proof that she called this person out live. But here's one of the last ones where she's calling out Ben Shapiro, saying, like, you listen, here's like, come on, like, let's do a debate. And I agree with her. Yeah, come on, you guys should fucking do it.
100%.
Genuinely will say again, I will always debate Ben Shapiro. If Tucker left you on red and you want to come on this show and you want to debate Israel and you want to discuss Erica Kirk and the things I never said, if you want to discuss your relationship with Charlie Kirk, anything that I have said that you would like to dispute, my platform is your platform. I'd say you should come on my platform because my show's bigger now. But we could also do yours. So hit me up. We'll be right back after a brief break.
And that's pretty much it on her whole Ben Shapiro Meghan and Tucker Carlson segment. So that's
wow, that was quite a chunk right there, man.
Candace going ham.
I'll give her props for at least the end game there. If it leads to discourse, which is, what it's been all about, then W for all.
All right. And W for all. Just like and justice for all. But boom, sorry. I put the wrong screen on. I had no idea.
That's okay.
I had no idea. Oh man, Candace, she definitely is a very what do you call it? She definitely ruffles some feathers, whether and both ways. Like she ruffles your feathers if you agree with her, and there are people out there who disagree with you agreeing with her. You're like, I'm gonna stand up for Kansas. And then if you disagree with Candace, your feathers are ruffled because there are people who strictly agree with Candace no matter what she says. You're like, no, Candace is stupid. They're like, no, Candace is totally correct. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it is very frustrating. It reminds me, and I mean no disrespect.
A little bit.
I'm just trying to make some sort of an example here. It reminds me of sometimes talking to liberals that have TDS. I voted for Trump. I used to be a liberal, and it pisses off my friends, right? When we are critical of something Candace has said, they seem to have that whole, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, the gears are turning now. Don't talk about my mother that way. I'm not sorry. We're going to do what we do. Points where they're earned, and, a critique where we see one is maybe needed from our opinion. But we're not the arbiters of claiming we're right. That's why we rely on those of you that join us.
Well, now they got CDS, Candace derangement syndrome.
That's a
I mean,
thing.
and every now and again we have it too. I'm not gonna lie,
Sure.
And like for the right reasons, and then for the wrong reasons sometimes. So
that's why we're all here to keep each other in check.
Keep us in check,
right?
Stuck in the
and I hope
check
all of
middle.
us universally understood and respected Charlie Kirk and what he was doing. Every now and again, we'll get a Charlie Kirk hater or some unhinged lib, and that's always fun for content's sake. But we all agree, Charlie Kirk, the embodiment of his message was to continue to have these conversations, because if we sacrifice our words, we're only left with hands-on and bloodshed. So let's not fall to that.
That's no fun.
No.
Let's get to our battle of the Blaccent. We got to get to we got to get to it. All right, it's been a big one. Been a big one. Everyone's been calling, and we have so many callers calling the phone. They're like, hey, you got it up on the thumbnail. How come you haven't got it to yet? I'm saying, hold your horses there, bub. Don't worry, we'll get to it. So we got to appease everyone, okay? We got to get to the battle of the Blaccent.
I remember the hundreds and hundreds of people saying, what about that Blaccent? Bring it on.
All right, can we play? Okay, how about the best way to do this is to play first Jasmine Crocket, to play someone who's actually, get this, allowed to do a Blaccent. No bullshit. I shit you not. She is allowed to do a Blaccent. But it's just funny of the what do they call it? Like they call it switching. What do they call it? They call it tone switching or key
I didn't
switching.
know there was a term for it.
Yeah,
but
like you switch back and forth from your people's tone to what you think people want to hear.
From your native tongue to the
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So apparently, and that's what I'm still trying to figure out. And is this racist? But I want to know what white people sound like. We're gonna figure out what she thinks white people sound like, right? And then she gets to go. She gets to go to like how black people feel when nobody looking at me. I'm gonna talk. Talk a little more loosely, right? How do white people talk around other white people? Do we get really redneck? How y'all doing?
Hang tight there, Cletus. All right, Ghost Wolf Primal dropping a 20.
Oh shit, Ghost Wolf Primal.
Thank you so much. We're still not used to this.
No.
Where in the 9 hex are we, guys? Good question. We're gonna answer that for you right now.
Where in the 9 hex
are we?
What is that?
After code switching, that's a good one.
Code
Yeah,
switching,
after a
there
few
it
years,
is.
we
Thank
just
you.
Monetized.
Thank you so much. There we go. Boom. I'm gonna send that right to the top there. Thank you, Ghost Wolf Primal. We appreciate you. Where in the 9 hex are we, guys? I got no idea. We're in like the bottom of the 9th heck, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like the last one. We're at the bottom of the 9th heck with like 2 strikes and 3 balls, right? The next one is hit or miss, literally. We're gonna miss it, we're gonna hit it, we're gonna fucking foul it. We got no idea.
We are big on covering the things that we advertise that we're going to do, and we, the docket that we do generate over the span of the week. So here we go, Blaccent.
We do got to finish what we finished, but again, this is not that bad. I don't feel that bad for playing this video because again, Jasmine Crocket, she's allowed to do this. What's funny is just the code switching. I'm like, okay, she's got a different tone, and again, I will always go back to. Like, what am I want to know what I code switch to, because like I feel like I sound the same. Well, when I go around other white people, I'm like, hey bro, how are you doing? But I want to know like maybe I'm not even aware of. I'm like, hey bro, how you doing? What you doing today, here, feeler?
Mine's a little bit more aggressive.
Is it? What is it?
Maybe it's a little bit of my New York twang.
What is it?
But in certain demographic areas, based on my work, I'll switch up. I'll be like, yo, what's good? Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Ew.
What's good? What's good with it? I got you, fam. Thanks.
No.
Bet.
No, you don't.
Bet.
Oh God.
Cringe. What's up, Mishka?
Damn. Okay. All right. My bad. I didn't mean to hate on you.
I'll grab you, baby.
All right. Here's
That's so bad.
Oh, you did it again too. Like, oh, sugar. All right. Here's Jasmine. Ready? So here's
All
her.
right.
Here's her initial tone. And you know what? What is the real one? I beg to ask. What is the real? What is her real tone? Because how do we know she wasn't born with the left one and had to adopt the right one to not sound and feel like the Uncle Tom, or then vice versa? She was born with the right one and then wanted to fit in with the other side of town. So like, how do we know? So check it out. You be the judge.
I
guess with volume.
No one could have told me.
Maybe volume would help, huh? Would volume help, you piece of shit?
That when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit.
Why is volume not working?
Well,
Eli,
I hear everything she's saying.
Do you really?
I sure do.
That is hilarious. I hear none of it.
Oh.
Okay, as long as you hear it. Okay, ready?
Yeah, okay.
Are you sure you hear it?
I do indeed.
Okay.
Over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress.
Maybe because these people, they are crazy, because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. I'm telling you, and the wives is being messy and petty. They
Come on.
It's good to see.
Right?
Oh man, yo, that's the strongest code switch I done ever heard in my life.
That's fun, right? That's so much fun.
Woo. That's a wild. That's a party. That is a party.
But
holy crap,
she's allowed to do it.
She can, yes.
She's allowed to put on Blaccent. She's
certified.
Black.
It's in ink somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gavin Newsom though.
Oh no.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom decides to also code switch.
Does he pull hot sauce out of his purse?
No, but he just
on the Breakfast Club.
He just starts to he throws a little something on the end of his words. He tries to relate with Wonder Bread. He says, "What? Just get the. I can't do it justice. Okay, you got 5? You got 5 on it. What's up?
Ghost Wolf Primal dropping another 20.
Jesus, Ghost Wolf Primal.
Not used to that after years of choosing not to be monetized. God bless. Here's the comment. Let me tell you something right here, right now. Okay, the cream of the crop rises to the top.
Wait. Let me tell you something right here, right now, okay? Yeah. The cream of the crop rises to the top, yeah, with each ounce of effort you choose to put on your life. Oh, yeah, okay. It's all on you, yeah. You make your own change, yeah.
Is there some inside joke going on? I mean, I know where that was from, but do we know Ghost the Primal?
I have no idea.
But all right, well, we like this guy.
Ghost Wolf Primal. I feel like maybe it's somebody we know. Like, is it like Drew or somebody? Because I mean, dude, the cream of the crop, the cream rises to the top. It's so Macho Man vibe.
That's right, and that's why I think we know this guy.
Yeah. Are you fucking putting us on right now, Ghost? Huh?
I'm looking into you, sir.
Ghost? Huh? What are you doing?
I'm putting Candace Owens' team on you, sir.
Son of a bitch. The hell's going on here? The hell's going on here?
Subscribed. All right.
Let's watch Gavin Newsom now. Now he wants to Blaccent it up a little bit, all right?
Yeah.
Now let's see if we concur or not concur with his jive. However you want to say it, right? Am I allowed to say jive?
Jive? You could say jive.
Okay.
Turkey.
But also, it was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling.
Hey, it's about paying the bills, man. And he's about to drop the word hustling, bro. I hate to say it. I didn't mean to pause it so soon, but I just didn't like how he said that. It's about paying the bills, man. Like, you don't got to say man after that part. It's about, dude.
So this is the forced bit.
It's about paying the bills, man.
But also, it was also about paying the bills, man. And it was just like hustling.
Oh.
And so I was out there kind of raising myself, turning on the TV, started, just getting obsessed, sitting there with the Wonder Bread and 5 stacks of,
like the white stack
butter.
Oh, shit. My man here, Black. Yeah. I like this guy. Yeah, you know about the Wonder Bread.
Seeing the surroundings, now I understand. Yeah, this is totally a put on, obviously.
I'm more upset with them, unless like on the inside they're like, we're dogging this guy right now. Like, I'm more upset with them for like giving him like, oh, yeah, he got the Wonder Bread vibe. Like, man, come on, you don't see what he's doing?
True or false? Damn it!
What?
He's back.
Who?
Ghost Wolf Primal, man.
Ghost Wolf Primal. Would you quit it?
All right. I don't know if this is another Macho Man thing, but God bless you, brother. Nah, my guys. LOL. Honestly, LOL.
Yeah.
Just a good, honest dude that likes to donate.
Nah, my guys. Nah, my guys. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Just a good, honest dude that likes to donate. Just ran into y'all. Yeah. And the cream rises to the top. Yeah.
Well, God bless it. Thank you again.
Thank you, Ghost Wolf.
This show has been around for what, like 5 years. We literally only turned monetization on like a week or two ago.
We got it back. We were booted off during COVID. They said, we don't want your kind around here no more.
Apparently, it was illegal for Josh to say he had COVID during COVID times, and we got struck down.
Yeah, and then we got in trouble for use and reuse content at one point, which was
bullshit.
Which was craziness.
That was some beef. Yeah.
It was a goddamn, like, I think it was a Ron Burgundy video or something, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with the Boerfil.
Macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese.
Are you talking about me? YG, man.
Every day in the backyard, just bouncing the basketball, throwing the ball against the wall until the ball.
Of course, he's playing basketball. Why wouldn't he play basketball?
True or false? Gavin Newsom is a product of nepotism, yes or no?
What, like rich people? Like family?
Yeah, wasn't he born wealthy?
That's a great question. Okay. I'm going to look it up. Let's look it up.
I'll AI this son of a bitch. You could play it.
Yeah, go ahead. AI. Was Gavin Newsom born wealthy? I feel like I'm going to say the answer's got to be a resounding yes.
Stay in the backyard, just bouncing the basketball, throwing the ball against the wall until the ball.
What's up?
Did receive financial support. Gordon Getty, a family friend, provided funding for his initial business, the Plumpjack Group, which helped him
supported by a billionaire. What? How can you say no? Wait, no. How did? And it left that part out when it was speaking audibly. No, Gavin Newsom was not born wealthy. However, he was financially supported by billionaire Gordon Getty. This thing left out the billionaire part. Probably just said Gordon Getty.
Like, maybe he was one of those like cool billionaires like Warren Buffett, who was like, listen, if I just give you money, like teach a man to fish, he eats for life. If I just give a man a fish, he eats for a day kind of vibe. Maybe he was more like, he was never going to let Gavin starve, but he was not going to also just cushion Gavin's lifestyle because he was rich. So like maybe he lived a little bit of different. I'm being genuous.
No. Well, I'm calling fluff bullshit.
That's fine.
Ghost of Primal, God bless you. Then y'all be y'all. You beautiful mofos. Thank you, man.
Not as beautiful as you, Ghost. Jesus F.
It's about the friends we made along the way.
Honey Morale says Newsom is a disingenuous fraud and a liar.
And I'm inclined to agree.
Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Let's keep
C
going.
Fouls. Gavin Newsom is the product of Margaritaville. Agreed.
Wasted away.
I was just like Frayne, man, and your arms
Entertaining
falling
yourself.
off. That's it, whole thing. So just and then then this student that was shitty student is in the back with his head down. All of a sudden, started throwing the baseball a little faster than everyone else, and started make a few free throws because I was sitting there practicing 500 of them every damn night. And in high school, I look up in the stands, my dad's back up there.
Okay.
Bad 90s hip hop video.
Oh, that's one thing he can't relate to them with. He's like, then I saw my dad, and they're like, you lost us, you son of a bitch. We were right there with you, and you brought your
Ghost
dad
of
into
Primal, if you regret any of the, he said, sorry, drunken super chats with a smiley face. If you find that you regret any of this, man, we will give it all back. Just say the
Ghost
word.
Primal, you are hilarious right now. If you're having a good time, we're having a good time. That's all that matters. So thank you, Ghost Primal. You generous
Tell you what,
bastard.
I've been sober for a year, but next live, we'll talk.
Oh, man. That's so great.
Is Pelosi's nephew? Is that true?
Who is? Oh, Gavin Newsom? Yo,
Man,
that's a quick little Google search if I ever knew one.
And then he's bringing his friends and you're captain of the team.
Oh,
and
shit.
Like, gee, and it just saved me and it got me into college. But also,
listen, I got an idea. Is he? Talk to me, Eli. Is he? He is?
They're related through marriage.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
Check this out. Ready? I'm going to play this song real quick.
What are you giving Newsom a music video or something?
Yeah.
Yo, it's Josh in the line, Mike, check on the scene, dropping knowledge in between.
Oh no. Get out of here.
The world got a sermon, the holy got a choir. We're here to light a match when the world's on fire. Caught in the crossfire, they left no escape.
Get him, Newsom. Fucking get him, Newsom.
Preach just clearing the static. Tone voice is steady, common sense automatic. We're stuck in the middle, can't take no sides. Glads and patriots, call it truth.
Get him, Newsom.
Politics these days like a fun house mirror. Twisted reflections.
Oh shit, right to the heart, right to the heart. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? All right, that's enough of that. All right, cut the music, cut the music. Cut the
Just
music.
three white boys representing the culture, dog. Being as genuine as Newsom right now, cuz.
Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
What's good? Nah, man.
So it's definitely more
black people.
cringy. Definitely more cringy of
cringiest
of Gavin Newsom to do it than it is of Jasmine to do it. It's still weird of Jasmine to do it because of how hard she went in the difference of it. That, well, thank you very much for letting me be here. I appreciate y'all tonight. And she's like, and then what I says to him, I said, you ain't gonna be over there like
boo.
that no more. Boo boo. She was like all like, but she's allowed to do that. Gavin Newsom, on the other hand, he's like, so, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
well, it helps that she was able to at least sound convincing.
Yeah,
I
right,
guess.
exactly. He sounds like a tryhard.
Yeah, exactly.
She's like perfect. She's done it before. She is it. She's allowed to.
I'm 86 in Ghost of Primal. Okay, Ghost Wolf, you're 86. We adore you, brother. You are. I don't know, man. You're just amazing. He said, hell nah. I am honest and true with my feelings, but for real, I am a man of God. God bless. I support God wherever I am, and that is a journey myself, sir, that I am trying to walk. I am a reformed atheist. For the past 2 years, only for the past year have I been trying to read the Bible, go to church, and actually ever since Charlie Kirk died, that's where I've gone really hard in the paint. But thank you, my brother in Christ.
Wow.
Thank you.
Very nice. This is the coolest episode back yet. Not just because of that, but just that's awesome. It's nice to see people participating again like that. Like, damn, holy crap. Thank you, Ghost Wolf.
We're not used to that, okay?
And then tomorrow when he wakes up a drunk, he's going to go ahead and revoke all those charges for me. Go ahead.
And
you know what?
That will be
perfectly
that'll
fine.
be
You'll take it right back. Just the idea that you thought of us like that is so cool. So
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
A toast.
a toast to the mostest. Do we want to do the Shia LaBeouf thing real quick before we get out of here? Because I thought that was
I will be honest.
funny.
I'm personally interested in this. It sounds hilarious.
I mean, like, how do people want us to stay longer? Eli, can you stay any longer? Like, you tell me what the vibe is. It is Saturday night. I don't mind staying a little longer here. We can go over a few more things. You tell me.
Here's the world's smallest violin. Guys, I'm tired. I work in the morning. However, if y'all would like us to stick around with one more topic, we'll do that. Go ahead and drop the number one.
Come on. Let Eli know, one in the chat, if you want us to stay around a little longer than just one more video, or two in the chat if it's okay, if we can GTFO, if you don't mind. Eli, while I'm doing that,
Ghost Wolf has returned.
No, I'm trying to use the restroom, Ghost Wolf.
For y'all, good night.
Okay. Okay.
One is one what we said for one more?
No, one was for go longer.
Go long? Yeah, one more.
No. One was for go longer than one more. Two was we can leave after one.
We're gonna do Shy. Go do your thing.
Okay, I'm telling you, don't lie to the people.
I know. Shit, I ain't doing that. All right. So, aside from, yes, we do work for a living, obviously. Let me make sure this terrible mic is okay here. This has been a very intriguing, an absolutely fantastic engagement. Again, this show is nothing. We're just two guys talking, saying stuff, looking into a camera, praying that, God smiles upon us. It's all of you that make any of this worthwhile. So thank you. This particular topic, since we do have a meeting and we break down everything before we decide to go on, I didn't get to see any of this. I love having organic, fresh, first-time reacts. And apparently Shia tried some sort of anti-Trump protest. And God bless him, he, 4chan found his location each and every time. And they just completely wrecked him everywhere he went, even when he stopped announcing his location. So that's essentially, I'd love to see Shia just getting triggered because he doesn't like the orange man bad. And, Trump supporters, people like us, we just showed up and showed out. A shot. Well, I could tell you, Josh will join you on that shot. For me, it's been a year. I gotta think a little deeply on this. Let's see. Well, yeah, some crawfish out the patio. I missed that movie. Did he flip out again? Probably. It's what he does. It's what he does. That's okay. That's okay. Okay. And yeah, somebody said very astutely, just dragging it out. Well, that's okay. By God, I am so blessed that there is even a place to do this, to have this kind of a platform, to have people here to actually have an engagement with discourse, and to take a nap, Ghost Wolf. Just take a nap, my brother. Take a nap. We appreciate you, though. The usual schedule, by the way, is typically Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. That's where we try to normally go for this show.
Thank you for holding it down.
All right.
Again.
Now, Shia it up.
What was the answer?
Shia it up.
What was the answer? Was it we're sticking around for more than one video?
I don't.
Are you lying to the people right now?
There's a couple twos, but there's a lot of ones.
So you know what the ones meant, right?
Just play the Shia thing. Let's see what happens here. Okay.
Really? You're trying to bow out of the...
I didn't say that. I'm just saying play Shia.
Do we got another Ghost Wolf? What the hell just happened?
I told him to take a nap. Yeah,
getting all
updated. Take a shot with him, Josh.
I did. You want me to take another shot?
Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to take another one?
Yeah, with can you drink on the screen? Is that allowed?
All right, give me 1 second.
All right. There you go. There you go. There was once upon a time before this guy moved further away. Not his fault. We used to do this show in the same studio. Man, I missed that. Oh,
This is against my better judgment right here. All right. This is the last one I'm doing, though.
All right. Yes, the ghost. He's back in it. He said, "So a shot." Yeah, you convinced him.
I got it right here. We're
Taking
doing
it
it
for
right
the
now.
team.
You let me know when you're ready, Ghost. All right, you let me know when you're ready. I know this is kind of a little inside baseball for people who are just tuning in. They're like, "What the fuck's going on?" There's just a guy taking a shot. Well, don't worry, we'll get back to it. But right now, it's a little quick aside, real quick, where we take a shot with Ghost. Ghost. Are you going yet? Are you ghosting yet?
Ghost, I think Ghost is good, man.
What if I
Go
take
ahead.
a shot and then he goes, psych, I didn't take one.
Well,
then
you'll
I'll
have to
feel
deal with-
duped. I'll feel duped. Is that a risk
so
I have to take? All right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Just it's a risk and a shot I have to take. Okay.
By all means.
Ghost, don't dupe me, okay? Don't dupe me now. Here we go.
Down a hatch. How do you guys respond to Miss Kirk's odd behavior and everybody lying? It's weird. If you guys were black and a woman, you'd understand the fight.
You want to play the two Erica Kirk videos first?
Yeah, I mean, I guess now would be the time. Adrian.
You're mad at Adrian. You're pissed at Adrian right now. I guess now would be the time. Adrian.
Dude.
Damn.
86 Ghost Wolf, man. 86 dropping, dude. Here, Crown Peach, bro. I used to drink the ever loving snap out of
Crown
that.
Peach is good. That's dangerous. It's a little sweet. It just goes down a little too smooth. Next thing you know, you've done like 30 shots. You're like, wait, where did I get to this point at?
Remember, I ran my own
Thank you,
corporate
Ghost.
liquor store. I
Ghost,
got it when it first came out, and I drank the ever living crap out of it. All right.
Stop with the victim mentality. All right, so let's do the quick little two Charlie Kirk videos before we delay any more time. Since Adrian, how'd you say their name? Thank you, Adrian. You got mad at
Adrian.
All right, no one will ever play. So people got mad at this Erica Kirk video because Erica apparently got a little too friendly with JD Vance as she was, I guess, what do you call it? Introing him. She was giving him an introduction to whatever seminar speech segment they were at. Eli, you got something? You look like about to say
No, just true story. Those of you in chat, I have not seen any of this stuff. Not a single thing.
All right. So just like she always, but like no matter who she's talking about, doesn't she always kind of have like dreamy eyes? She's always like, and then I was so happy. Like she always looks like she's like very dreamy, no matter who she's looking at.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like you can take it as she's being dreamy towards the person, but across all of her interviews, she has this same type of eyes going on. The same
Former
like right
Miss
here.
Universe over here. Yeah, she's like an anime character.
Yeah. Everything will be okay, in my opinion.
I'm tremendously blessed and honored tonight to be able to introduce to you a very, very dear friend.
To be able to introduce to you. Is it hot in here? Or is it just me? Woo! It's JD Vance. Come on, play.
And his wife.
She didn't look too happy there just now.
Yeah, his wife. JD. His wife.
No.
They are incredible.
Especially in that
And I
threesome we
see-
had last night. What?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No one will ever replace my
Doesn't say freedom, it says freedom. You know what I mean? Freedom. Her JD and JD's husband. It's a freedom.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
Oh, gracious.
All right. I went there. I took a gander down that road. And we will drive back. You know what? Reverse out of that road.
husband. No.
No.
But I do see some similarities of my husband in JD
Oh,
and Vice President JD Vance. I
I'm
do.
not gonna lie. Some of those similarities of my husband were inside of me via JD. That didn't sound right exactly, but what I'm saying is I support JD Vance. Okay, you know she keeps saying it like really like improperly, but very innocently. You know, it just keeps coming out like, wow, chicka, wow, wow. But she doesn't mean it like that.
Let me offer my devil's advocate.
It's very G humor. Yes, go on.
Here's my devil's advocate briefly. I just want to make it clear. While I adore all of the jokes and I'm here for it. Okay, that's what we do here. Levity.
Doesn't sound like it.
No, 100%. I stand by it. I have immense respect for Erica Kirk, despite all of the very popular, fun conspiracies. I think she has handled quite a bit, being a widow and a mother and all of that. So, you know, and the implications that we hear in those conspiracies, I put no credence into them. With that being said, though, let's see her
Shamrock says
over JD Vance.
Shamrock says she hugged JD Vance's wife exactly the same as she hugged JD on camera days in advance. It's how she hugs people. Just like I was saying, how she has like dreamy eyes towards everyone. She has those like goo goo gaga. I love you. Like it's somebody. If you walked into her at a bar, right? Like at the end of the night, or like no matter what time, right? And you were a little hammered, and you walked into her, and the way she just looked at you, you'd be like, "Yo, she totally likes me, man. She's totally into me." Like, but you don't realize that's just her personality. That's how she looks at everyone. You know what I mean? Like that's how. What? You don't get it?
She means it.
No, she likes me, man. She said it.
Obvious.
Her eyes told me, bro.
Even through the camera, she knows I'm here.
Okay. All right. All right, bud.
Okay.
I don't know if we
And
get the
that's
hug
why
on
I'm
here.
so blessed to be able to introduce him tonight.
We don't get the hug. Damn
He's
it.
an amazing man. So please help me welcome to the stage Vice President J.D. Vance. I am.
Damn it. Do you want to see the embrace or no?
What the fedge? Yeah.
It's weird how we didn't get to see the embrace, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was the whole point.
Just edged.
JD,
You just edged.
Vance, Erica, Kirk.
T.Z. Burton said, "My wife kisses me now the way Erica kissed JD." Oy.
I mean, there are. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I mean, like look at this one. Like look at and like it's People magazine being like, "See? Look how it's the warming embrace." Look like
just see an embrace.
Like okay. Listen. I understand what you're saying, you see, but do you see like anything like a little more than embracing here, just a little bit, or no? Like, you know, like
in the back of
we
the
got like
scalp,
we got
he's
like
smiling.
It's pretty much cheek to cheek almost.
All right. If
He
they
could
broke
be-
out into a little slow dance, maybe
Yeah,
I'd say
like-
something more.
Like he's very close to whispering sweet nothings in her ear, like I
Look, if
like-
Lady in Red started
or
to
like-
play and they just started, you know,
or maybe
having a little-
he said, I can't believe we got away with it. You know what I mean?
I can't believe it's not butter.
See what I said? You see what I did there?
I heard what you said there.
But did you get the implication?
Yeah, I absolutely.
Because all I was saying was this picture. What did you think I was saying? Because I wasn't accusing anybody of anything. I was just implying
Candace,
the picture.
Candace, shut up.
Yeah. What? Huh? No, you shut up. Huh? You shut up.
His hand lingers on her waist. Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's hot and heavy.
What? Yeah, that sounds like a sexual friction novel. His hand lingers on her waist. She begs for him to relent. You know what I mean? Like whoever just said that line, like definitely reads like what do you call it?
Romantic
Like,
novels.
Yeah, romantic novel. See, you know, you know. Okay, look at this one. Look at this one. This is where his hands are on her waist, her waistline. Eli, what is your thoughts here now? Hang on a second. You can't even see it.
Two adults being just, you know.
What, sexual?
No, not in the slightest.
When does an other man grab another man's girlfriend by the waist? This is a hug. Like maybe the hands don't go on the waist like this. Like that's what a man does to his girlfriend. Maybe it goes on the small of the back for a hug. It goes on the upper back. But to grab the waist like this, I mean, man.
He would have to lift her up. You know that move in Dirty Dancing or Patrick. So yes. If that happened, then I'd be all in on this. Okay, but no, we're just short of Dirty Dancing here.
Really? So you
on
have
this
no
episode of reading way too much into shit. I like you, John. I like you.
You don't think, huh? You don't see, huh? You can't see that. You don't believe that this could be, that this implies that there's some type of, there's a lot of tomfoolery that's nothing.
No.
Okay. Okay. Everything. Okay. Fine. What do I care then? Why are we doing a show? Don't humor anything then. Shit. Fuck me then.
I gotta stand my ground.
Fuck me then, huh? Shit. Right?
Damn it, man. I mean, look, we'll see when the leaked videos come out, but nope.
Okay,
That's
how
not
about
happening.
now we'll get
Freudian
into okay. How about 2 more videos, okay? Like we're going on, all right? We have the Shia LaBeouf anti-protest thing, and then we have one Alexandra Roth, a therapist who thinks that Eli's favorite term that we love to hate here, maps.
Oh, fuck those fucking things.
I know, right? As soon as I say it, like Google needs to get on a name change quite quickly. Because every time I say Google Maps, I'm like, bro, I'm not looking for any of those motherfuckers. What do you mean I'm not going to Google Maps at all? I don't want to know any of their names. I'm like, oh, right. You're talking about the maps. I understand, I thought you were telling me to Google Maps. And like, I don't want to know who any of them are. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, just change that term into wood chipper feed.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Let's get to maps first. Let's get the maps first, and we'll shave. We're gonna shave
Shia LaBeouf live.
Yeah, we'll shave Shia LaBeouf. Listen, it's his fault. He's got a SH in his name, not mine. Okay, I blame him. It's not my fault. He's got dyslexia.
Okay.
You son of a bitch. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Oh my God. Real quick. Erica Kirk Bling.
Oh, boy.
Erica Kirk Bling. Come on.
Yeah.
I know you hate this
grief
right now.
affects people differently. Thank you, Mishka. Thank you.
We're not doing a Monday show, so we got to spoil everything right now so we can get to Tuesday.
Just spoil it all over the place, why don't you?
I know. That's what she said.
Just pull a JD.
I haven't held it in this long before.
No, that's what he said. She didn't say any of that.
All right, so I guess so. I've seen clips of this before. Like, have you seen clips of Erica Kirk talking to Jesse Waters before? Because I've seen clips of it, but like apparently, I guess this weekend, either there was a new one released or the full interview was released. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but all the things we've been seeing, I don't know if they were in full. Yeah, I think they were like kind of like teasing, like, this is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to see. So,
okay.
But regardless, this is from what was just put out there. And the interesting thing that I saw here was towards the end. It's very odd. It's very odd. It's very like Trailer Park to me. I got like Trailer Park vibes.
Hey, man, I lived in a trailer park for a very long time.
I don't mean it negatively, right? I also don't mean it positively either, is what I'm saying,
Fair enough.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
There were cameras all over my husband when he was murdered.
So what she's responding to right now, real quick, is the judge ruled, and which is actually kind of normal for like a federal court hearing, a federal trial, is there's no cameras, no news cameras or public cameras, video cameras and or photographs allowed in the court. You're just going to see, the pictures from, you're just going to see those pictures from them. So the judge ordered there is no cameras allowed, and she's going to say, which is fucking totally true, is like, there was like 1,000 cameras that caught my husband's murder. Like, why can't there be cameras in this instance? And like, you feel that, right? Like, you feel that being said, but in the same respect, you're like, but is this the kid that did it? You have to, that's why they're like, hold up with the, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to put it. Cause like, I do believe more so the official narrative than I believe all the conspiracy bullshit out there. I'll be 100% with you.
Well, we went through so much of it here, guys. Feel free to check out some of the last episodes we've done. We go through almost everything available painstakingly. Yeah, and look, I'm
the
inclined
lavalier
to-
mic explosion, the handheld mic explosion, the
palm
fucking
gun, the other guy,
the shot
and
from behind that allegedly,
signals,
you know,
the portal,
the signal guy,
the fake body, yeah,
all
of it.
You know, we've tried to do our best, you know, and not to say we're whatever. Everyone has tried to do their best, as have we, to dissect it in our own opinion. And, you know, at least for me, I've come to the conclusion that I still believe maybe like 70% the official narrative. You know, what I'm confused on, or what I don't believe, right, is like what does intrigue me rather is the whole, for right now, Mikey McCoy, right? Mike McCoy. That's very intriguing.
Yes, it is.
Even though Turning Point has done an episode or two with him on there since then, and, you know, seemingly so, which begs the question, then some of those people are in on it if you are questioning Mikey McCoy, which, you know, it's more of a stretch. And really, that's about it. The only other thing I could think of is either the boyfriend and or girlfriend of Tyler Robinson helped him do it and or did it, and Tyler was framed. So like those are the three I can jive with right now. You know,
I just
Tyler
want to go on record to say
please.
McCoy is 100% the most suspicious anomaly to me.
What about the
where,
guy that took the camera down? Took the SD
yeah,
card
and
of the
took
camera.
that brisk walk on the phone? Was that
No,
McCoy?
I'm saying, what about the guy that, like,
Oh, him.
McCoy is
Yeah,
separate from that guy.
Yeah, the camera guy. I used to know his name. I think it was Cooper or something, or whatever the case.
No, but you're right.
You know,
You're you're right about the guy walking away. But remember what one of our listeners said though about shock.
That's what I said. Yeah, I was the one that said that.
Remember what one of our co-hosts said about shock. See how I just try to change history right there? Pretend I didn't just say listeners.
Yeah, me. I was the guy.
Yeah. So you remember what our co-host Eli said about shock, right?
Yeah, I think so. I was there. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you say?
I said, you know, he could have been in his own form of shock when he just abruptly he saw it, and that was all he needed in that moment. Just like fuck this, you know, walked briskly.
So how do you feel about that assessment now? Are you disagreeing with that now?
I'm just saying, even though that, remember, that's me trying to utilize every possible speculation to explain whatever, you know. I'm saying that while that is probably a small possibility, I still find overall his behavior was more sus than it was what I proposed.
Two things here, okay? Number one is I do not believe any man who has the words sus in their name, okay?
Yeah.
And the only guy who does that his name is G Sus, okay? G Sus. So I'm already sus about that guy. I'm
that's
joking.
my lord.
Yeah. Sus, okay. The other thing that I raised during that moment, and now I'm totally forgetting what I wanted to say.
Yeah, Biden out. Okay, the guy that took the camera down, and then the guy we're talking about, McCoy, who
Mikey
beelined on the
McCoy.
phone. He was watching Charlie Kirk, and which
yeah,
crazy.
but he could have been in shock. Right.
Yeah, we covered all these bases here.
No, but I had the joke, and then like I had the actual point behind the joke, and the joke totally sidetracked me.
So this happens on Stuck in the Middle, where we have Biden moments.
Yeah.
God bless.
Thank God we had a Biden, so we can call him a Biden moment, though, right?
I know.
If we didn't have
Without
Biden,
that, we'd be pretty lost.
What would we call it? A blah
Josh.
moment? No, we called it Eli too, right? right? See, that's how we both get out of it. That's how we both get out of it.
Fair enough. Yes.
Yeah.
The pivot.
We go up. It's he's having a Biden, you know.
Given. Okay, so
fucking
back to the
shit.
point you weren't gonna make. What about you gonna play the fucking video? How about that?
Yeah. How about that, you motherfucker? How about I will play that video, you son of a bitch? I was hoping maybe you'd help me a little bit, but no, you know, God forbid you help out. You help a brother out a little bit, you know. Okay.
Jeez.
Son of a bitch.
This guy.
There have been cameras all over my friends and family. Morning. There have been cameras all over
What about nighttime?
me. analyzing my every move, analyzing my every smile, my every tear. We deserve to have cameras in there. Why not be transparent? There's nothing to hide. I know there's not, because I've seen what the case is built on.
Wait a minute. Wait.
It's a little shiny.
Hold up real quick. Let me see.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
okay. I didn't get a good look at that
Son
before.
of a
What is that?
bling.
MGK?
What is that?
Machine Gun Kelly?
Does that say machine? Yeah, Madry Taylor Green. Who is that? Who is she?
That's clearly what that's about. Yeah,
Charles Glass Kirk. I don't know who that is. Who is what is? It's like I'm actually very upset about, and then bling appears on the screen. You know what I mean? Like it's never a good look when you're upset, but also wiping your eyes with bling on your hands. People, people can't sympathize a little too well.
But you know what? Good on her for not giving a shit. She's dealt with the hardest thing possible. I'm glad she has all the comforts that she does. She has dealt with, the world on her shoulders and losing that world.
Bling.
Yep.
Ready?
Tis what it is.
Bling.
Oh, their children's names? Is that what it is? Okay.
In sick ass fucking bling, dude. Yeah. Dude. Who has like what normal people get to have, like what they flop out from their their lives. They open their wallet and they flop out like a crusty picture of their child. They're like,
let everyone see.
Here's my kid. Like she's lucky enough to be like, bling.
Yeah, I say God bless her for it too.
This
Fantastic.
is Mary. This is
I'm glad
Gary.
she's not worried about optics either. That would be even more sus. Good job.
Mary, Gary, Terry, and Harry. What's up? Welcome to the fucking Forfecta. Boom. She does something like that. I mean, that's pretty cool, though.
I celebrate her doing that too.
I do feel like she can give Floyd Money Mayweather a run for his money with the bling on her hands, though. Right?
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. What's up? I'm ready to knock a motherfucker out.
She's not, but she's not like a fucking pandering socialist. She's not trying to hide that she's got money.
She's not a pandering socialist?
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Obviously.
No, you're definitely right about that. Definitely right about that.
Exactly. She's very pro-capitalism.
Yeah, for sure. So there's a little Erica Bling. A little
It
bling.
is her kids' names, initials. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Very cool. I mean that that's cool of her. I appreciate kids' initials in bling. If
I wish I could do the same.
If only everybody could do the. Well, you don't have a kid though, so
maybe I would if I had the bling.
You need a kid first, yeah. Listen, if I got the bling, then I could have a kid. Like
that's how it works.
You just look at it.
Understand.
Yeah, you look at it in reverse is all. That's
Duh.
all. Some people want to have the kid first. Yeah.
Ish.
I didn't say everything. I just said a little bit is all I said. I said ish. Okay. Forgive me. All right. The therapist, the maps lady. You ready? You ready for this?
Yeah.
You don't seem like it.
But come on, stupid map motherfuckers, do his thing.
You seem like you upset a little bit, like you don't want to do it, huh?
No, these fuckers upset me. Okay, their existence upsets me. They
just wait till you see her hair, though. Like
shouldn't exist.
Her hair's going to upset you because it's like, come on, man. Why you gotta be like the stereotype thing? Just you know what I mean? Like, why you gotta be that? Why can't you be like yourself? Look at me. I'm normal, but I believe this. But you got to be this fucking green, purple-haired floppy fuck.
Purple people eater.
Look at her. She's Joker. God. She's Joker hair. There's a little bit of green there. There's a little bit of purple there. A little bit of gray there. She's got glasses.
This is evil incarnate right here, guys, okay? This individual is evil. Hey, MAGA Patriots right here. God bless.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not watching it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, never seen that before. Okay, I tried it one more time. Oh, okay.
X wants to charge you now? All right, cool. Well,
it's just ads, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
In private
this
practice.
Evil witch.
And
evil witch.
My name is Alex Roth. I'm a psychotherapist in private practice, and I serve on the board of directors of Before You Act. Before You Act is a unique organization that was formed primarily to promote appropriate, respectful, non-coercive psychotherapy for minor attracted people. We do a couple of other things as well, but that was our founding mission, and we still have that mission.
What? Why? Why?
We use the term minor attracted people because the term pedophile has been so sort of popularized to mean a person who abuses children. There isn't a word besides minor attracted people as a phrase to refer to people who are attracted to minors or children and don't act on that attraction. They're not child abusers. They're people who have certain feelings and thoughts.
A pederast? There's a word for that. It's a pederast. It's not a pedophile. It's a pederast.
Some of the comments like, what the fuck did she just say? What?
I know. I know. It's ridiculous.
Do they please tell me they show her address at the end of this?
No, they show her getting beaten down like with like brooms and like sticks and shit.
Trantifa and Quifa over here. Okay.
And they deserve to have a respectful word to call themselves, and minor.
I'm over it. I'm over it. You. What the fuck? What do you mean? They deserve to have a respectful word. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Whew.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know what that is.
What is that? No, but what is?
It came from dairy. Did you get that? What I got?
Kinda.
It came from dairy.
I'm even more confused now. But what I'm asking is like, what is this person? Why are they defending it?
They get paid to do that too.
And why do they say they deserve a respectful word?
I don't think there's an adequate explanation that would ever be sufficient to any degree here. Just get your wood chippers ready.
There needs to be because there's something that made sense to them that said, okay, I have to stick up for this cause. Like, what is that?
Sickness that has no cure. That's what that is.
Or like too progressive to think everyone is like I can come back from this.
That a map needs dignity. Yeah,
I can bounce back.
To fucking no, do not pass go.
Like I think someone who is a legit murderer is cannot bounce back just like someone who is a legit pedophile. They are one and the same. Like there is no rehabbing somebody who did that, whether it be because they blacked out and they did there is no.
I think there's more circumstances for murderers, to be like some nuance.
But what the only thing you could argue would be self-defense, and self-defense is not murder.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a cold. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So like, what I'm saying, murder and there is like for cold blood murder, there is no coming back from something like that, just as there is no coming back from what this person's trying to call minor attracted peoples. They're just
I can't believe that there's a platform would even just be like, yeah, this is cool. Just come up here and execute that First Amendment to your heart's content.
Yeah, it is very odd. It's just like, what do you think the end goal would be? Like, what is your what's your purpose here?
A society where they're fucking more accepted, which I'm not having.
Right.
I'm not having that shit.
Or like reformed with the hope that they won't relapse. Like, come on, man. No.
Yeah, you're not finding that faith nor hope anywhere here.
Yeah.
Themselves. It's not that I have special expertise for working with minor attracted people. It's that
what?
I am really tolerant.
Hang on, let her finish.
So that it doesn't, I don't feel disturbed by the things people say for the most part.
She doesn't feel disturbed by the things people say. What do you got?
Well, I'm disturbed by one idle industries here. Most child molesters are sociopaths, not pedophiles. LOL. Sir, Or is the lady that was just on the fucking video in our chat right now?
Well, what would be the difference though? Like, why would there be? What would be the point to distinguish between a sociopath and a pedophile? What would be the why? Why would one need to distinguish that?
Further up, same person. Do you call people who fantasize about murder serial killers? Are homicidal fantasies the same as murder? Oh my god. Okay, so that's your person. Gotcha. Cool.
Attractive.
Feel free to unsubscribe.
Most child molesters are sociopaths, not pedophile. I don't know why that's funny, but like the idea is like, what's the difference between a sociopath or are not most sociopaths? Like, could you not consider most molesters sociopaths
and pedophiles?
I don't no, but like not all sociopaths are pedophiles, but all pedophiles are probably sociopaths. You know what I mean? Like sociopaths aren't always doing things to children. They're doing other things. Maybe they're doing things to animals, to other people. They're not always targeting little children,
Right.
but like a sociopath is a more broad term that like crazy people fall under, like such as a pedophile and stuff like that. So I'm not really quite sure what their logic is on that one. Listen, One Idol, or Idol Industries, however you pronounce that. But I don't know, man. Maybe you can be a little more clear on that if you feel like it. If not, more.
Or
the
you
power
could just
to
go on
you.
timeout.
Yeah, or you can go on timeout. More the power to you. But that's a weird one. That's a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay. And then finally, let's wrap it up tonight. We'll get to the Shia LaBeouf video. I think we've all kind of been waiting for it. It's kind of enjoyable.
I'm awestruck. Yeah, please. I'm frozen.
Hopefully this will take us out of the awestruck, like out of the the negativity of some of that comment of like not all pedophiles
Please unsubscribe.
are sociopaths.
Idol. Please unsubscribe.
I don't want to give anybody the benefit of the doubt, but like I want to know what you meant by that before you unsubscribe. Like is like you know what I mean? Like was that like are you being tongue in cheek there? Are you being serious? Like,
I don't know. I want no parts of.
No, like I get it, but free speech and all. So I want to understand what was there something supposed to be implied there that we're not getting? Because like it feels like there isn't. It feels like you're just saying that to be factual, which is very off-putting. But benefit of the doubt, I suppose. But that one's kind of hard to give a benefit of the doubt too. So on with the Shia LaBeouf thing. So Shia LaBeouf. He's been very vocal about, oops, I lost my mouse pad. Very vocal about anti-Trump shit. Very vocal about not wanting Trump to be a part of this new thing that is America in 2025. So much so, he's been live streaming and making videos about it. And, he's been catching the attention of people who are pro-Trump. And there's been this, quote, Tom and Jerry game. This back and forth of like, where's Shia now? Let's interrupt his live stream. Let's figure it out. And this video will break down that Tom and Jerry back and forth to the extent where it gets really entertaining, to where Shia gives up. He's like, I'm just gonna put a picture of the sky and a flag, and that's it. And people still
nobody will ever find this.
Yeah, nobody will ever. And people found it. People fucking found it. So he got arrested for assaulting a troll. So he moved the whole live stream thing to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thomas Jefferson. But that was also shut down after trolls vandalized the live stream. Thomas Jefferson. Fed up and tired of trolls ruining everything, Shia moved the live stream to an undisclosed location. And this flag was the only thing that was shown on the live stream. He will not divide us. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just that. It's just that.
The internet is unstoppable.
Yeah. They're like, oh, wait, did you have aeroplanes in the background? Well, we're going to track where those aeroplanes... Dude, on 4chan, they started studying planes flying over the flag and took notes of the flight times.
Oh boy.
4chan is using flight plans to locate the "I will not divide us" flag. They also studied the sun and star patterns behind the flag. Then a picture of Shia LaBeouf.
My job.
I know, dude. Good luck. Then a picture of Shia LaBeouf in the Tennessee diner appeared on Twitter, which gave them a more focused area. So he kind of helped them out a little bit by posting this photo on Twitter that he was in Tennessee.
Idiots.
Next, they had a local 4chaner drive around the suspected location while honking his car horn.
Oh my God.
A combination of all these clues led to a 4chaner to find the flag's location, and in the middle of the night, the greatest game of capture the flag came to an end. Look at it being lowered down, live on camera. They stole Shia's flag and replaced it with a Trump hat. God dang it. Your move, Shia. Your move, they say. He's pissed. He's pissed.
Out of every president I've ever voted for, being a Trumper or whatever you want to call it has been the most fun. The way it triggers people that hate him and the community within, it's been just amazing.
It pisses them all off so much. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit.
A point we like to make often is how amusing it is to watch people whose actions are solely contingent on everything that Trump does, and everything they do in their own personal lives is just a reaction. That is a sad life.
Very sad. I walked in, I saw a lot of sad lives. A lot of sad lives. There you go.
This is
how do you
the
feel,
time where I say, once again, guys, we appreciate each and every one of you. Please feel free to hit that thumbs up. We try to do this show 2 times a week, at the minimum 3 times if we can. And hell, we just got our eyes on the sky to keep on going and going. We need all of you to be here with us. It's all about the discourse, the conversation. We are nothing without those of you that are willing to engage. Discourse is all we have left, and without it, the alternative I don't want to see.
Hot dang it. Hot dang it. I had a great time tonight. I hope everyone of you hanging out with us had a great time as well. We went over some Candace things. We dug into the ground and saw if we could see some things that Candace maybe was missing, and maybe we didn't see it, maybe we did, who knows. That's up for you to decide. We decided over who was doing the better Blaccent. We're gonna go with Jasmine Crocket on that one, because you know what, Gavin Newsom, he may not do something like that because he is white. Okay, he is white.
Very white.
And everything on the in-between, we tried to cover. Thank you for hanging out with us. As Eli said, we try to do 3 days a week, or at very least, we say we have 3 days a week we will do. But
yes,
of those 3 days, we do two of those 3 days. So thank you so much. Follow us on YouTube. We do have a little Facebook thing going on. We do have some Instagram stuff. But if you follow our posts on YouTube, at the very least, you'll see during that week what days we will probably be going live. Because that's when we did say Thursday and Saturday. And goddamn, by the hair of our necks, we came in on Saturday. If it wasn't for my mom hurting her leg on the zip line, we wouldn't be here tonight. So just like that,
I was
just a little
say,
luck.
Thank God for that, but I didn't want to.
Thank God your mom wrecked her ass on the zip line tonight. You know what's funny is we were the first people at that zip line. Like we were the inaugural people there. And then my dad goes there with my mom today, and right after, like, she was the first one on the zip line. She wrecks, she crashes hard, and they close down the park. So we were the first ones there and the last ones there right now. You know what I
look
mean?
at it this way, your mother being a guinea pig just saved some lives, John.
You can call her a pig. That's fine. I feel a little disrespected. That's fine. Kind of upset. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of upset you called her a pig, but that's fine. That's fine.
It's all right.
Thank you so much. Stuck in the Middle. Look forward to us on the Tuesday hour. What's Tuesday? Tuesday will be the 11th. Tuesday, November 11th. We'll be here or square. We'll see you then. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Ghost Wolf Primal, the VIP of the night. Thank you so much. We'll see you Tuesday. All right?
Peace.
Love you. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Howdy.